Speak up.
You speak
Speak, speak,
up.
speak,
Speak up.
speaking,
These
talking.
nuts.
Yapping,
We're yapping.
yapping.
Yap, yitty, yap, yap, yap. Don't talk yak, yak, yak.
I also wonder if it is just that whole Xfinity throttling thing again. If they just right away just throttle
Could
that
be.
shit.
Have you been using the VPN like you were using before?
No, I stopped using that because I didn't need to. But you know what might happen? I think maybe because they cut off my internet connection, quote unquote, they just stopped analyzing it, right? So maybe they stopped throttling it because they just didn't see anything from it. That makes sense?
No.
Okay, so they weren't
Which
obviously
reason?
detecting that they were charging me anything, right?
Fair.
So then they couldn't throttle an account that they weren't detecting for charge.
Mm. They're a lot more on the ball than that, but
They let me have free internet for a year.
I mean, maybe not in your case, based on the fact that you had free internet for a while. But
I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna run the VPN. So I'm running VPN now. We'll see how that goes.
yeah, no reason not to, honestly.
Yep.
I mean, especially
Welcome.
nowadays, you should just always be running a VPN at this point with the state of the country.
Yeah, that's fair. Welcome to the Breeze Podcast, episode number 283. I'm Adrian. That's David. That's Kels.
Actually, did remind me of another news story to add at the end of the docket.
We're all in America, so shout outs to us. This is our video game podcast. We go live every Tuesday on youtube.com/AppleRupees. We talk about video games. We talk about a lot of other stuff too, though. And we'll see where today lands us, because we're talking about Fantastic Four later on for sure.
Hell yeah, and bug snacks. Maybe today's the day
Absolutely
we're finally
not.
talking about bug
Finally
snacks.
talking about it.
No.
Nope.
No.
Kels, have you played?
One day.
You played through it, right?
Bug snacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Great game.
I have.
I'm the holdout.
I have the theme song by fucking Caro Benito on the
There you
Snow
go. I'm
vinyl.
surprised you remember that name.
Yeah. No, Caro Benito's dope, dude.
Hell yeah.
I like their shit.
All right. So then, what you guys been up to this past week? David, what you been up to?
Hell yeah, the Royal Rumble is this weekend. I had a non-wrestling fan friend of mine sit down, and his first experience watching wrestling proper was the Royal Rumble.
It wasn't me.
Year. Was not
The
you.
Rumble is the one that everyone says and recommends. Like, hey, even if you're not a wrestling fan, everything about this is just cool. Because you don't necessarily need like context of like all the storylines going on in it. It's kind of you can have fun with it, I feel like.
Yeah, especially the Rumble itself, because the whole point of the Rumble is
Right.
like, all right, there's 30 people. Every minute and a half, someone is going to run into the ring, and they're all just going to beat the shit out of each other and throw each other back out of the ring until there's one left of the 30 people. That's all you need to know. That's the setup.
Yep.
And, you know, obviously for the more invested fan, there's a lot more to kind of keep you engaged in, especially this year. This year was fucking stacked for the men's Rumble. Going into it, we knew Roman Reigns, CM Punk, John Cena, a lot of fucking names, especially where this is seen as last year wrestling at all, going into this one. And the women's Rumble was a lot of fun. A fascinating return. Wasn't expecting Alexa Bliss to come back, especially with everything that was going on behind the scenes. And she had a very touching memorial to Bray Wyatt that she came out in the ring in. But all in all, it was a fun show. Cody versus Kevin for the United title was fucking ridiculous. Very slow match. Wasn't the best of ladder matches, but that finishing fucking sequence, I genuinely thought fucking Kevin Owens was fucking dead. I highly recommend, look it up. He gets fucking Alabama slammed off the announce desk through a fucking ladder, and the dude perfectly fucking folds in on his own fucking neck, and didn't fucking move at all. For a solid 10 minutes, the dude was not fucking moving.
Yeah, no, that ladder like crumpled perfectly. It was like picturesque. It was awesome.
Oh, it's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, so shout outs to Kevin Owens. What an absolute fucking madman, being willing to take that fucking bump. As for the winners of the Rumbles, I'm disgusted that Charlotte Flair won the Rumble for the women's. Thankfully, so is the rest of the wrestling community. Everyone's fucking sick and tired of Charlotte Flair. Jey Uso winning the men's rumble though, that was not on my bingo sheet. Absolutely would not have expected that. But I guess it makes sense because it felt like we were building to an actual like proper feud between him and Gunther. So it feels obvious that he's gonna run that back one more time.
Oh yeah, so it was a good time. Kels?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I was just a little bit butthurt that they sent Penta out there first. So
I mean, Penta had some fun fucking spots. I wish that was my honestly biggest issue with honestly the Rumble this year is it happens in a lot of Rumbles where there'll be like down moments, but there weren't enough like real good interaction moments. Penta had a few, but not as many as I hoped for. There was that whole fuck up that Drew McIntyre was pissed about. Because he was doing a big spot where he was going to get eliminated by Damian Priest, and fucking Logan Paul and LA Knight fucked up the timing of it, and they took over the camera spotlight while they were trying to do their spot. And he was legitimately pissed behind the scenes for that, which don't fucking blame the guy, honestly.
It's so weird. Just how much like YouTubers and streamers are just kind of like infesting other things, right? Like I see like what like Pokimane was at the fucking Grammys. I'm like
Kai Cenat was there.
Yeah, Kai Cenat was there. Like it's so bizarre to me. I'm just like it's so weird. Like I understand, but like I don't know. It's just old man.
Speaking of YouTubers,
yeah,
yeah, I was gonna say fucking ISHO Speed was in the fucking Rumble as well. Shout out to poor fucking Tozawa, who had a spot taken away for him.
Dude, what is up with all the goddamn Japanese jobbers? Come on.
It's so fucking
tale
sad.
as old as time.
Tozawa is basically like the Japanese Tommy Dreamer,
Funaki.
except he's not a shitty person.
Oh, that too.
But oh yeah, Funaki back in the day, Jesus Christ, with some of the most racist gimmicks. Not the most racist gimmicks.
No, they had the Asian cowboy, Jimmy O Yang. So
that's true.
It gets more racist.
But no, fucking ISHO Speed folded in fucking half by Braun Breaker with that spear. When he was thrown out of the ring onto that announce desk, he legitimately got his leg fucked up, which made me laugh. Fuck him. You know, it's probably a mean, horrible thing to say, but truly, fuck these people that are just celebrities taking spots from people that this is their fucking livelihood. Straight up, I don't give a fuck. I don't fucking care. The most celebrity involvement should be like back in the day when like fucking Drew Carey was in the rubble and he pissed himself and eliminated himself when Kane came to the ring. And even then, I still think that's fucking dumb. I fucking hate celebrities taking spots from people whose this is their fucking livelihood. It pisses me the fuck off. And also still like fuck Logan Paul
getting his ass beat.
I mean, I thought it was funny the way he was fucking manhandled by Umaga, just in general. But
besides the Royal Rumble, what else been going on?
There's nothing else.
God damn it! I don't know, and it's so frustrating when it's just like I don't know. It's just frustrating. It does not work. I don't understand. Like I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I have no clue what it is either. It's weird.
I don't know. It's so frustrating. Welcome back, David.
Welcome back.
Kels, what you been up to?
Same old, dude.
Hell yeah.
A whole lot over
here. Not too much has gone down. I have a couple of addendums. Last week, I mentioned have a Street Fighter team now.
Yeah.
Which has been fun. It makes a lot more sense, but it's still pretty based of an answer, right? So the student did not actually play the first Street Fighter. They played the first Streets of Rage.
Okay. Which makes a lot more sense.
A lot more sense. Still a base ass answer though. Hell yeah, Streets of Rage is great.
Agreed.
But did I tell you guys about my whole modern versus classic conundrum? Were they going over that last week?
No.
Okay. So right? I have all these. I have 2 Smash players, and a brand new like freshman girl that's like just ready to dive in. She was gonna go play Mario Kart with her brother, and she just hopped in the Street Fighter. So I just stole her from Mario Kart. Um, and so I'm thinking, I'm like, all right, I need a 900 IQ this because I don't know how the competition is gonna be. I would love another gold medal. So I'm like, all right, how do we do this? I'm like, all right. I feel like every other high schooler is gonna play modern controls. I don't think a lot of teens have the coaching nor the attention span to go full classic. So I'm like, I'm gonna 900 IQ this and YOLO saying they're gonna do modern, so fuck that. We're learning classic right out the gate. And my idea was we're gonna get our ass kicked for a little while, but like grind it out, and you guys will just be ahead, right? Because the last thing I always say is if you're going into modern, that's bad if you want to play long term. Because eventually, if you want to play long term, which I mean, there's some pro players that play modern. I get that. I understand their idea, but having to relearn that whole control scheme eventually anyway is just a waste of time. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. You know.
Well, the big difference though is those pros that they can probably play the game at that same level in classic as well.
Right.
Exactly. They're basically playing it for the convenience of having shorter combos to their most immediate important buttons.
Right. They know the game like the back of their hand, so they know how to operate. They know where they need to be. They know their spacing, timing, and stuff like that. It's just they can make it that much snappier with modern controls.
Right.
Exactly. And they can take the handicap because if I remember correctly, modern also debuffs your damage
it's like
output
20%.
as well.
20%.
Like
Yeah.
Universal, not just like combos or anything. Universally, you're 20% weaker.
That's crazy.
Right. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw this out there. So I've been teaching everyone classic, right? But it's also tough for me because I don't even play a controller now with that. I play on stick. So like it's hard for me to translate my stuff already over. So it's already kind of a mess, right? Like I am not a good Street Fighter player. I did not crank out more time than I should have cranked out more time. But like if I did, I'd probably make it up to diamond, maybe master at some point. But at the rate I was going, but I stopped. So but I know fundamentals. That's all I need to know.
Yep.
That's all I need to know at a fighting game level is if you're really good at fundamentals, you're solid. You're not going to be the pro, but you have an amazing starting basis. And so I'm telling these guys, and I tell the girl, I'm like, look, you can jump into modern if you really want to. I'm just going to try to talk you out of it. And she was already like, no, I want to learn that way. I'm like, cool, fantastic. Let's go for it. And we had to forfeit the first game, which is really fucking annoying because it was not even our fault. But we had to make the best of it. So we forfeited the first game, but we used that time to practice. I'm like, let's get her on you guys' level because my Smash players know fundamentals. They know neutral. That's all they're doing. So they know exactly what to do in the game that they just translate over, which is great. So we used that. And then we had our first game today. Like our first active game. And not only, it's so funny. Not only was I vindicated because I did call out that they all used modern. They also all used Cammy, which is really funny. They all use modern Cammy. And it's like, all right, this is best case.
I know this one.
This is best case scenario, y'all, because y'all have been practicing against me. And so you guys have the Cammy matchup. Everyone here has the Cammy matchup, and one of my players also plays Cammy. So I'm like, you guys are all set. We do not lose this. And so even the freshman girl who is just like she's trying to play Jury, actually, so what was it? She's been playing, and she's been in combo trial so long. She's been like quoting Jury constantly just because it's, when you have someone in combo trial, they just keep saying the same move over and over again.
Yep.
So I walk into the other room, I hear her just repeating Jury just constantly. It's like an echo of just Jury voice lines.
Hell yeah.
But she hopped
Good
in.
choice.
She's been doing just combo trials, right? So not really like against people. So I actually had her. I was like, all right, for warm, get actual games in against your teammates. And when Jury popped up, she's like, oh no, I'm the foot fetish character. She didn't know. I'm like, yeah, I don't say anything. I'm like, yeah, but in my mind, I'm like, yeah, you picked that one. But she loves Jury. She thinks Jury's so cool, which is fair. But she did pretty good. She actually got game one, and then she lost the next two, but it was like super close. Because, which is what was paying off, right? Is these fucking other players just have modern. So they just hold forward and keep doing all these attacks. And I'm like, cool. They have to work so much harder than you right now just to get that damage in because that 20% debuff. I'm like, play neutral, guard, and grab. I just grab. And sure enough, like one grab puts them right back in, and it's like actively working. Like they just wait.
Hell yeah, the newbie special.
I told them, I was like, look, at the most basic level, you can get away with 50 mix-ups on grabs and low sweeps. We could probably sweep this whole thing. At least semis doing that. Because again, these are my top Smash players. Like these are my two of my three, like the best ones. And so they know how to play neutral. So like even though they're like kind of like just they're scrapping right now and they're just fighting for their lives because here's a Cammy just fucking doing everything they can to them, but they're still they're playing patient. The only one that's mixing up is the hooligan kick to grab, which is a really good mix up on their end, right? Because they can't block against that. Yeah. But dude, it's working out because like again, these Cammies are fucking fighting their goddamn heart out to get anywhere. And my player, who's also a Cammy, but with that classic, that C in the corner, I'm like, just hit him with one combo and you're back in there. And so he was just getting his ass kicked by this Cammy, just wailing on him. And then he just backed up for a second, and he actually pulled off his own combo, spiral arrow into a heavy spiral arrow into I forget the what's the up kick?
Can spike.
Yeah, into can spike, and just fucking comboed him all the way back and brought him and won that one. So I'm like, all right.
Shit.
I'm like, all right, guys, we got this. I think we're locked in. And I was like, worst case, if Street Fighter gets picked up next year, I'm like, we're ahead of the grind. If we're grinding out classic, we're so ahead of the game on that.
Sure.
Because I'm sure at least one. Cause I'm pretty sure I heard a stick being used on at one other campus. I'm sure at least one player out there's gonna kick our ass, just rocking classic, doing the old school thing. But I was like, that's not gonna be most of them. Like, you guys are fine. Just fuck the modern controls. Like, it's not worth it. We're good. Just fucking
learn the real way.
It's so much more satisfying. Like, it's genuinely more satisfying as a game. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like hitting your first combo.
It's more satisfying and just the skills translate. That's the best part.
But like, I say it's someone with 110 hours in Street Fighter 6, right? It's like, bless you.
Thank you.
Like, David kicked my ass for like 10 hours straight, and it fucking infuriated me. Like, I was like salty because I'm like,
and honestly, a good chunk of those initial few hours was the newbie special of just walk up, either low or grab.
And one of them's playing Akuma, and I'm like, I told him, I was like, you're gonna get wins just off wake up, so just keep that in mind. He's like, cool. Which I told them, so he was trying to wake up on me a lot. And I'm like, I played someone who plays Ken a lot, so I'm kind of programmed to watch out for the wake up now. He's like, because I was like, it'll work on a lot of other people. Don't worry, it's not gonna work on me that much. So sorry, but just keep doing it because it's actually good, but just not me.
Never hurts to throw out a surprise wake up if you know
it'll
they
hit
don't
me every once
it.
in a while, but like it'll have everyone else more than me. But like for 10 hours straight, David kicked my ass and it was infuriating. But like little by little, David sees me like come back in, and suddenly I'm comboing into a super here or there, and suddenly it's like the 1 in 10s turning into like 3s and 7s to 4s and 6s, slowly but slowly, and it's satisfying because like the combos are fucking tough. Like for a first timer, when you're on, especially when you're on stick for the first time, holy shit, dude, the combos are like a whole different world. But and here's my boomer ass. Like it's so funny because all the kids, it's like everyone just stops and looks at me because here I am in my backpack. I pull out the fucking fight stick. I'm like, all right, let's go.
I'm still waiting for my fucking octopus stick to come in. I can't wait till I finally fucking get that,
dude. Yeah. So first off, it was funny because one of my players, the one who's playing Cammy, it took me a while because I'm like, I haven't played in like a year, so relax for a second, just wait. And he's like, all right, cool. And he kicked my ass twice. I'm like, okay, I think I'm good now. And then just hit 2 and 12. I 12 and 2 by the end of it. I just beat him 10 times in a row. I'm like, yeah, no, I got it.
Hell yeah.
I'm back to
the Justin Wong download special.
Yeah. I'm more like I started figuring out what I was doing. And they'll see me, and it's cool because like I do the basic combos, right? Like I can knock out a combo trial like to intermediate, and they'll see me do that, and he's been starting to do that too. But they have the time to grind it out. So like all of them were like, we're buying Street Fighter, and we're playing that shit. I'm like, cool, go for it.
Hell yeah.
But no, I told you guys in the chat that I'm looking for other sticks because, dude, holy shit, I do it for love of the game, baby. But every day I'm bringing my fucking Series S and my fight stick along with like my Switch, my Steam Deck, and my fucking laptop every day because
that's a haul, goddamn.
Every day, because dude, like I have like 2 or 3 backpacks, and my girlfriend's like, "Do you want to just take like a duffel bag at this point?" I'm like, "I don't want to because everything's gonna be fucking scratching everything." But But it's such a fucking hassle to carry everything, and I'm like I'll do anything I need for these guys. Like I'll fucking kill it back. But dude, I'm like I would love for us to get money so I can just buy stuff and just keep it there. Like it's just
Yeah, unfortunately, if I lived there, I just let you fucking borrow my sticks because I have a closet full of them. But
yeah. No, I have some. I have at least one homie that's been trying to help us out with some stuff, but it's just so frustrating because like for example, Street Fighter 6 just does not work on the PC as well. Same thing as Rivals, which is really fucking annoying because there's firewalls everywhere. Um, so I had to bring my fucking Series S in for Rivals and for Street Fighter 6. Uh, first world problems, but it's really fucking annoying.
it is interesting that your IT team hasn't like gone ahead and at least allowed some shit
Yeah, what the
in
fuck?
order for that club activities.
Yeah, no, don't anything. Go to a fucking school district and ask for anything to happen, and wait about 4 years, and then it'll happen. Right. That's kind of the state of things. It's really, really annoying. And I've had to ask, like, I asked other schools, how'd you guys get around this firewall? And there's like, we just started writing for grants and getting consoles. I'm like, oh motherfucker, so annoying that it's like it just falls back to us. But it is what it is. I'm grinding out for some more dubs. I think we only have like 12 or 13 teams in the state, which is, I mean, it's a brand new game, so I guess people are kind of iffy on it yet. But I'm hoping Street Fighter comes back because it's good to have another game besides Smash at that level to
That is
compete
really
in.
cool though.
Street Fighter is cool. I think you know what, that's a game that everyone likes watching, which is cool. You know,
Fighting
like
games are just super easy to get into because it's just 1v1 most of the time.
that guy
and you can
punched
kinda
that
tell.
guy, and there's
Right.
that guy's health bar. Make him go down, you win.
Yep, super obvious.
It's kind of like Rocket League, how easy it is to watch, right? Because it's like these are cars, there's a ball, it's soccer. You're like, cool, done. So I'm hoping the appeal for that happens more. We're supposed to be streaming our games soon. My buddy who I haven't seen in a long time actually dropped by, and we've been. He's like, bro, I'm bored, and he's actually trying to do a lot of this stuff, but he's like, I'm bored and I just need things to do. So if you want me to help out with this, absolutely. I'm like, cool. I need the help because dude, I get to coaching time and I'm like, I'm burnt out already, dude. I'm tired. Anyway,
Just
so
talking about it makes me want to play some fighting games.
Hell yeah.
it's dude, and so he's been in. He came to school twice now. He came today and he came Thursday, I want to say, but I've known him since the Smash days. He runs a lot of stuff. I ran a lot of stuff. He actually was my doubles partner a lot in Smash. He never played Smash 4 that much. He played the other Smash games, but not Smash 4. But he would do doubles with me, and I would always tell him, "Hey, Smash attack that guy right now. Cool, did it, killed him." I'm like, cool. So it's like my coaching goes deep. But he was saying he's like, because I was like, dude, there's little moments because you know we had a lot of our hangouts and it would be just a lot of just FGC Smash game talk, right? And it's obviously we're in our 30s now, so that seldom happens. And he's got a kid too, but I was like, dude, every once in a while when you're hanging with these guys and you see how excited they get and you hear them talk, you know, it gives you like flashbacks, right? He's like, dude, it's cool, like just seeing those three playing Street Fighter and talking neutral, like kind of giving each other tips on what to do and how to go. It's like it's different. I'm like, yeah, that's the good shit right there. It's like it's really cool seeing these guys just learn off each other, feed off each other, and give each other advice on that stuff. And fighting games really appeal to that community aspect of it. You know, it's like it's not team based, therefore it's a lot more individual based, which opens it up more. Weirdly enough, you know, like you play a league, you're stuck on those computers and you're stuck with your teammates, right? But fighting games, you are solo, therefore you were kind of just all around everywhere, you know? God, I love fighting games, dude. Fighting games are so fucking sick. Absolutely. Let's see. Anything else happened this week? No, David, what'd you get this week?
Hell yeah, I got two things. The one that I don't have physically right here because it's in the bedroom and I didn't feel like grabbing it. Finally, my copy of Dynasty Warriors Origins has come in. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. And the other thing I got was Phantom Brave: The Lost Hero because NIS makes banger fucking strategy RPGs, and I'm excited to play this one at some point.
Are you going to play this at some point?
Yeah, eventually. I played through every NIS strategy RPG.
So last one you played?
Last one I played was Disgaea 6.
How long ago was that?
A couple of years ago. 7 just came out not too long ago. So
They're slacking, David.
true. I mean, they're 1,000-hour long games. So
It's fair. Kels, anything you get? You said you didn't get anything this week?
Nah,
Same
I'm
here.
slacking.
Hell yeah, David.
hell
What'd you
yeah.
play?
All right. Going right into what I played. I'll save Dynasty Warriors for last. I finished up Phoenix Wright.
Hell yeah.
Fucking A. It took me a while to get used to the updated art style of the game. I still prefer the original pixel look of the DS, but
The fuck?
it was fine. It was worth it to go through in a more convenient method and play through the classic and have my partner kind of go along with the journey a bit there.
I'm gonna interrupt you really quick.
Yo,
Warriors 64 posted effective February 4th. The USPS will temporarily suspend only international package acceptance from inbound parcels from China and Hong Kong Post until further notice.
that's what I was gonna bring up, and that's what I was having the weird facial reactions to a moment ago. Yeah, shout outs to the state of our country. I'll leave it at that.
It's been the longest year of my fucking life, bro, and we just made it to February. It's been insanity. I read
This
what
has
was
been the
it?
longest 2 weeks.
Did you I read a post the other day. It's only been 62 days since Luigi did this thing. That feels like it's been a year ago, dude.
It really does.
It's been like 2 months. It's been 2 months since homie decided to do stuff.
I'm tired of living through major historical events. Honestly.
Yeah. The girlfriend found out that from her friend that if you have kids after you're 30, it raises your life expectancy to 95. And she's like, I don't know if I want kids anymore.
No, this is not the time to do it.
Yeah. Sorry. So I got it totally sidetracked.
No,
Ace
it's all
Attorney.
good.
Ace Attorney.
Ace
Good stuff.
Attorney. Yeah, still a great game. Still highly recommend.
That music
moving on-
when it hits, dude, like when you right, like,
so
it's like,
fucking
yeah,
good.
dude. The corner theme, it's still my ringtone. It's so good. So good.
fucking crispy. Aside from that, I've actually been playing a fuck ton of Pokemon TCG online or live. It's called now, I guess. I finally caved, so I've been playing it for a little over a week now, and I can officially say I am now the highest rank of competitive already. Fucking great. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time. It's great playing the Pokemon TCG and not relying on coin flips. It's fucking wonderful. I love the lack of coin flipping. It does still exist. There are still some Pokemon that rely on it, but goddamn, I have like 11 decks right now and none of them require it. Which is also to say, this game is stupid friendly to fucking free to play. I now get why the Pokemon Company wanted TCG Pocket, because you literally never spend a dime on this fucking game, and the goddamn cards are given out like fucking candy. It's wonderful. I'm probably gonna stick with this maybe even longer than I actually care about sticking with TCG Pocket, because I'm having a fucking blast. It's great. I love it.
Well, we've said that, but TCG Pocket's really a collecting game first, and then fighting games, or an actual card game at second.
Yeah, that's why I'm definitely not gonna probably stick with it too much longer, because honestly, I want to play TCG, and while it was starting to scratch an itch, it reminded me that I yearn for a competitive TCG again, and so fuck it, now I'm in one again.
I'm the
I
opposite.
think that's the whole point of Pocket too, though, right? Is to kind of like drive people either to the live game or to just
I've-
spend money.
I've thought, you know, if it wasn't for that bullshit where it's like a scarcity right now, I actually went to our local card shop just to kill like an extra 5 or 10 minutes just because of the traffic.
Yep.
And I walked in just for a second just to look around, and I had a hesitation when we're like, nah, I think it'd be kind of cool to get a box, but I don't know. I feel like cards is that vinyl rabbit hole for me right now, where it's like I didn't buy vinyl for a long time because I knew I would sink probably about $7,000 or $8,000 in the vinyl over the next year or two. So therefore, I am not going to do cards because I know I will sink a lot of money into cards
Oh yeah, because especially if you get into if you actually are competitive with it, it is easy. When I used to play competitively, I was dropping thousands on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I have so
it's
many cards just sitting around me right now within arm's
yup.
reach.
Yeah, and
Like
Yeah,
I don't know if
deck
I could
pod,
sacrifice that right now.
deck pod. Here's another deck pod.
Because I know myself. If it wasn't some if I had like one less of these collecting things behind me, I would probably go for cards, but I just know myself and I will spend like money every paycheck just collecting cards because that's also the addictive nature of it, right?
that's honestly low-key the danger of me getting into TCG Live is because every time you buy a pack of the regular TCG, you also get free pack for TCG Live. So I'm like, oh fuck, my buddies and I love just buying random boxes of TCGs to just draft. Oh, well, if I just start saying, all right, let's start playing Pokemon for drafting, and I just start buying draft boxes for Pokemon, and then I can feed the TCG Live
It's a
addiction at the same
win-win.
time. I mean, that's again, that's because I've looked it up, and there is a little bit of a Pokemon community in my area. It's mostly kids, though. That's the unfortunate thing.
So, just
Kick
like a
their
weekend
ass.
or two, yeah, for real. Fuck those kids. Just like a weekend or two
Easy.
ago in Augusta, they had for Star Wars Unlimited what's called a planetary qualifier, and
Yep.
it was actually kind of packed. Like there was a bunch of people that showed up for it, from what I've seen.
Yeah, the Star Wars TCG is starting to pop off huge here. That MTG and Lorcana are the biggest ones in Maine right now.
That's crazy. Yeah, because I'm in a few different like discords for it, and I've seen people posting Augusta. I was like, holy fuck, that's Maine. There's that many
Hell yeah.
people playing.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, it's the power of the brand. Star Wars is just such a huge brand, and that's, I wish I could care.
Yeah, for sure.
I really
100%.
do. But it's kind of one of those things that it's like, you know, as much as Pokemon, the mainline games have pissed me off, the sideline games have always fucking cooked for Pokemon.
Yeah, and it's so like even just the other day I was at the card shop playing Star Wars, and like the other Pokemon people were there, and I overheard them talking about it. There's a lot of new people there that came to play the card game just because of Pocket. Like Pocket
Yeah.
got them into it, like they never played before. It's just super interesting to see how that success there kind of pushed them to it, you know.
Oh, 100%. I'm enjoying it. It's definitely one of those things that I think I'll probably stick with this for a little bit because I really did miss fucking competitive TCG so much. I really did. And the fact that you really don't have to pay any money. In fact, I don't think there even is a way to pay money for this game outside of go buy physical cards
Buy
that also
physical
then
and get
give you the
yeah.
digital cards, which you know what? I can't be mad at that business model. 100%. The only way to get more digital cards through purchase is to go buy physical cards.
The only
Like,
way to beat that is like the original Yu-Gi-Oh games where you literally put each card
yeah,
on each fucking card. That's the only way to beat that shit.
that's what we need, man. I really miss the like age of actual fucking digital TCGs that weren't just like, here's a fucking roguelike, but we're stealing the TCG gimmick because we don't know what else to do with this genre. Fuck Slay the Spire. Uh,
That was the most direct, obvious like jab for no reason.
But yeah, truly, it's definitely one of those things that I'm enjoying it. And one of the other things I'm liking is honestly, so far, it's not like a lot of other TCGs where there's like a really strict meta or there's only like, you know, maybe 5 decks. Between what I've seen as I've been rising the ladder, as well as I just started following some of the competitive subreddits, there's like 15 to 20 decks that are legitimately competitively viable.
And each
And I
one
can't
probably has its own like permutations, I'd imagine too, right?
exactly. I can't ever think of a time in fucking Magic the Gathering's history when 20 fucking decks were viable, let alone even the small amount of 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Like
no,
that's fucking wild. That's
an
so
awesome meta to
cool.
be in. Yeah, no, that's sick.
It's totally off topic. I forgot to mention.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
I watched the movie Presence on Sunday, which if you know what it was Steven Soderbergh film where it's like filmed all in the perspective of the presence, like of that's haunting a house. Um, It was solid. I think I'm growing on it a little more than I did when I left. I left this the couple in front of me. Just the girl goes, "That movie was terrible," and I get because it
Isn't that
was.
just the premise of Skinamarink though?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, Skinamarink's the that one movie that a lot of people thought was boring. It's like essentially like a bunch of like still camera shots in a house, and you just kind of slowly like it's I don't know, it's super hard to explain. It's just like super benign shots, and like slowly throughout the film see stuff start to go like weird.
So this has it has a story to it. This one has a story to it, and it's filmed like as if there's a ghost, but like the ghost is looking at everything. So the camera's got really cool movement around everything. Like it's kind of like following a lot of people. And there is a story, like a beginning plot that ends at there too. Um, I've grown fond of it. But I was saying that because I started choking on my fucking drink right now. Because I fucking this is the first time I've seen a movie solo in a hot minute.
I got pee real quick.
And so I went to the back row. I always go back row. I know it's not the quote unquote ideal movie experience, but I always go back row. The one time I ever chose not to go back row in recent memory, like um, I chose like a middle row for TMNT, and then a like halfway through, there was just water that just got splashed on me and my date. And I look, and it was water. I think it was something else. But I look back, and as a kid, I don't know, and then I look back like, and the dad was kind of on it. He's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "Okay." And I turn around, and the mom just looks at the kid and goes, "We're going. That was fucking embarrassing," and just yanks the kids out. I was like, "You guys fucked up." Goddamn, I was enjoying that movie too. But yeah, it was oh yeah, so I sat in the back row, and these two ladies literally, so it's like smaller theater room, back row, and there's like a wall in the back row that makes sense, like where the projector thing is. It's not like a full flat back row. It's like like two half, like not even half, like two quarter rows at each side, right?
Mhm.
And so I walked all the way to the far end, all the way to the back, and into that corner, that little nook where it's like I'm here and I'm just touching the wall right here. Cool, I'm happy. The two ladies literally walked all the same exact way and sat in the row in front of me. I'm like, and then they get up like 30 seconds later and sit in front of me. And I'm like, why? Like, why? Whatever. And so,
So you ask why, but I've specifically done this before to someone just because it was for Beau Was Afraid. There was one person in the back row. So I got me and my buddy tickets on either side.
but see, if,
But we
oh, go ahead.
showed up and they never did. So I don't know if they like checked it and seen
No,
that and
there was
just
no
did.
there was no seats, or there was no assigned seats.
That's true too.
You can sit wherever the fuck you want in this room. So
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah. So they actively chose to sit, like they saw me and they sat there.
They wanted to hang out.
Yeah, that's different. Okay, so then but then again they sat there. They moved over one, and I'm like, and I don't really have to. Like everyone talks about all these bad movie experiences. I really don't have them that often. Like for as often as I
Yeah.
go, I very
Same.
rarely have them. So
Same.
and usually it's like if someone's being annoying, I'll say something like I don't really give a shit. It's like it's my experience too. Fuck off. But I'm like, all right, technically they're not doing anything, but it's just really fucking annoying. They chose to sit in front of me. So I'm chilling there, and I drink, and it goes down the wrong side. And I start coughing, and I'm like, wait a second. I start coughing a lot, and then I hear the woman go, "Do you want to sit closer?" And then they get up and they move. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, dude. All right, good times, dude. So shout outs to choking, because hell yeah. Anyway, by the way, A Priorities in the chat has a couple things.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. Have any of you done the equivalent of Justin Wong clip where where he says to a kid playing Mortal Kombat, "Welcome to the real world"? I talk shit to my kids a lot at times, and I'll give them
Yeah, you have to talk shit.
yeah. For a second, I thought Dave was reacting to the story AJ was telling for some reason. He never reacts. David doesn't have reactions, so he's not a reaction channel. Oh, the cats are fighting. It was like that. This was like earlier this year, but I watched Better Man. And after watching it, I couldn't understand why people hated on it. Which one's Better Man?
I don't exactly. No, I don't think people hated on it. People just didn't know why the fuck it was being made. It was that one about the British pop star, but he was a monkey.
Oh, the one that like is gonna sink an entire studio because of how much it costs versus how much it made.
Exactly.
Dude,
It's like, buddy, read the room. No one cares. No one
Can-
knows who you are. Like, it might be a good film. It might be like like it might be awesome, but the premise alone is just not something that you can rely.
and for the fucking money that it costs, like holy
That
shit,
too.
dude. What was cool about Presents actually that I was reading on Reddit was someone I guess they filmed it in New Jersey or something, and like 2 blocks down there's a high school, and the production for Presents actually went to the high school and invited the class out for lunch and to see the production studio there.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, I was like, that's cool. I was like, fucking, I'm in a goddamn place where there's like filming literally all over the place. Like right now, like from my work, I can walk about not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes probably to a studio. I'm like, can we get that? So I was sharing that to my students. I'm like, this is what I'm hoping for. So let's lock in. Let's do that. Speaking of that, actually too, um, as you guys may know, with projects in general, not just film projects, but like projects in general, when you have a close knit people, you guys can get each other's throats sometimes, right? Like you guys are like, all right, we're trying to finish this, but like this person's not working that much. This person's getting on my nerves a little bit, and my students have been in groups, right? But they've been all kind of like at each other's throats a little bit, trying to get this shit done. So I did the thing that I fucking hate. I hate doing this in Thanksgiving, and I felt evil doing it myself. But I was like, you guys need this. So I gave every group a plush animal, and I made them say one positive thing about every person in the group, just to bring up the mood for that. And everyone was kind of timid and shy about it, but it brought the mood up because Lord help me, I'm like, I would like you guys to join my class again. I don't want you guys to fucking leave this place hating everyone. Like holy shit. This is supposed to be a fun class, it's an elective, not a not a I fucking want to kill people. Anyway, sorry. David, you played
Yes, next
TC
game,
yeah,
last game I played.
Yeah.
Last game I played real quick. Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Hell yeah.
Fucking chef's kiss so far. Absolutely fantastic evolution to the series. I hate it from a story writing perspective, just because I mean at this point this is like the 30th time Koei Tecmo has retold the Romance of the Three Kingdoms with as many fan fiction characters as possible. But now they have gone above and beyond by making you a self-insert fan fiction character.
Oh.
So from that perspective, it's kind of dumb. But moving beyond them just trying to find a new way to repackage the same story over and over again. Gameplay wise, the game's fucking fantastic. It actually feels more like an action RPG than it does a proper Dynasty Warriors game. In the tutorial level, I actually got my fudge almost pushed in. Just because I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna run through this. It's fucking Dynasty Warriors. I know Dynasty Warriors. I've been playing this series since the fucking beginning on PS2, and I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, why's my health almost out? Why do I have a magic pixel of health? Oh fuck! All right, I guess I gotta block and dodge shit now. And they brought back a lot of features from the older games, which were really cool. They brought back one-on-one duels, which was kind of like a fighting game mode in Dynasty Warriors, where whenever you came across like a really strong general, it would throw you into like a 3D fighting game mode. It brought back and kind of tinkered the idea of a multi-stage kind of fight where the more morale an enemy general has, the more kind of combat tactics they have available to them, and you kind of have to break through their tiers of morale to weaken them down and do a lot of damage to them. There's all kinds of different combat tactics you can do. So as you kind of progress through the game, there's like can you actually like almost like RTS level elements of commanding like archer teams to go ahead and kind of raid and fire down on certain areas. It's amazing how well they made everything truly feel like everything is important and really make it like a true battlefield roaming experience. And with the amount of enemies that are on screen, and now honestly also even just on medium, the normal difficulty, how aggressive they've made enemies, it it feels so engaging. It is, if ever there was a Dynasty Warriors that I'm like, okay, if someone that isn't already sold on the Dynasty Warriors formula, if there was one game I'm like, okay, but try this, this is the one game where it's like, okay, this is the Dynasty Warriors formula, but taken to like a serious action RPG extreme. It's like if Platinum Games made a Dynasty Warriors style game, like how smooth, buttery smooth the combat is. It is absolutely fantastic.
Hell
My only other gripe so far, and it's just because again, I've been playing the franchise since its beginning on the PS2. I hate that you are only really playing as a self-insert fucking fan fiction character, and you don't really get to play as the other characters that you're used to seeing throughout the series. You kind of get them in the sense of like, as you progress through the story, you get them as support characters, and during like a special meter moment, you can switch over to them for a limited time. But it's not really what I want out of Dynasty Warriors. I want to be playing through their whole saga and history as them. I don't give a fuck about being a fan fiction self-insert bullshit. Um, but that one gripe aside, it is arguably the best Dynasty Warriors ever. I have truly been fucking loving it, hands down, easily.
Hell yeah. Kels?
Haven't been playing a whole lot. Been playing a bunch of Pocket, like we were talking about. Played a little bit of Rivals. Been doing like daily challenges and shit. We played some of the limited time mode. That was a lot of fun. And started on Phoenix Wright.
Hell
Hell yeah.
I really want to play more of that limited time mode for Marvel Rivals, mainly due to the fact we're kicking ass.
Well, when's it
Bring it
done?
back, cowards.
Yeah.
When's it done?
I don't know. I think it's still going on for like at least this week.
Okay. I think I'll be done tomorrow.
Sick.
Cool. Everyone asked what would have been the best Dynasty Warriors before Origins.
Ooh, before Origins? That's hard. It kind of depends what you're looking for in a Dynasty Warriors. I think the most feature rich and like just really fascinating with the level that they were being creative with it, Dynasty Warriors 4 on PS2. That was the last one where they really felt like they needed to put like fucking everything into Dynasty Warriors. For just a straight up like, oh fuck, here's like a more, modern Dynasty Warriors. I'd honestly probably say Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate. That one really fucking hit like a certain itch where it's not only like a massive fucking crossover Warriors game, because you have the Dynasty Warriors, you have the Samurai Warriors, you have Dead or Alive, you have Ninja Gaiden, and a bunch of other fucking properties that Koei Tecmo owns, just all blended together into this fucking warrior style game. But it actually had like a lot of really unique combat exploration. Like there were so many like interesting puzzles on how to unlock things in the combat environments, as well as just some of the insane combos you could do in that game were so much fun. I'd honestly even say like the fucking Fire Emblem Warrior games were a lot of fun for what they were trying to be. But yeah, no, those would probably be the immediate ones that come to mind.
And no more other games, Kels?
Nah, that's it. That was it for me.
Before I get to that, I forgot. I've been since I have this fucking commute now. I've been doing audiobooks now. Have you guys
Hell
read
yeah.
Mindhunter?
No.
Like the TV series?
That's the book that the TV series is based off of.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm hoping I want to watch the series after I'm done with the book. I'm hoping it's.
Well, it got canceled, so
I've
don't
heard
be-
that,
Hell yeah.
don't get too
I
invested.
don't know what it would
Love
be.
to see
Do you
it.
know what it was about? Like, did you watch it?
Like, what do you mean? Like, what the
Is
show
it like a
about?
story? Because Mindhunter, the book is
No,
not like.
there's no story.
Yeah, the Mindhunter book is not like a story. It's not like a to B plot. It is this detective guy who's just telling you about some of the cases he's been on.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like that, but it is like stringing it together.
Dude,
Because the whole premise is that they're I think he's like working for the CIA and he's interviewing serial killers to set up their division to understand serial killers.
yeah,
is the
so
idea.
that's what the book was about, showing him how he's gotten to do that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. So dude,
so it shows him going and interviewing like all the different dudes and
it's
stuff
so
like
fucking fascinating, dude. Like I
that.
swear,
It's really cool to see these actors fucking disappear into the roles too. Like a lot of them, like you'll go back and look and see who played them, be like, what the fuck? I know that actor. How
Yeah.
did I not recognize them in that?
dude, I swear, like if I was not doing like education, there's another life where I was doing some like detective work on that side, and the stuff that he does, dude, like it's so fascinating. Really quick, so it's like he'll just throw out this. He'll kind of tell you, our job isn't necessarily to find the killer; it's to limit the scope, to like help everyone start whittling down potential subjects.
Yeah.
And he's like, he'll look at a crime and he'll be like, all right, this is a crime from someone 25 to 40, high school dropout, high IQ, probably lives with an older female, probably a mother or an older sister, and has a speech impediment. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And he'll like break down every fucking thing about it. But
Okay, so he's a profiler then. Gotcha.
yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Well, he's the one that started doing the profiling stuff. Like that's how.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that his department started doing
he
that.
wrote the book, yeah, on what it means. to
Gotcha.
profile.
Yeah. So like before, everyone's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "No," and he broke everything down. It's so fucking fascinating because like everyone talks because especially before profiling was like so prominent. They're like, "Yeah, you're fucking stupid." And he's like, "Why even that?" He's like, "No, I'm just I might be wrong on a couple things, but I'm not wrong on like the speech impediment. I know I'm gonna get something like that." And it's like, what was his rationale? It was because the attack on someone happened from behind. It said that he had a very low self-esteem, but because no one around them recognized anyone with any disfigurement, because he was like, this could have been a disfigurement of amputee, someone with like a limp walk or something like this, but because no one around recognized anyone with that sort of thing, he thinks there was something like auditory that you couldn't tell from out the gate. So he's like, it's probably be a speech impediment, and he fucking nails this shit, dude. And it's fucking fascinating, dude. Like I'm like, and you know me, David. Again, we talked about this plenty of times, but like, you know how because it sounds kind of like what I want to do, right? Like it sounds like what I do with movies. Like I'm trying to jump ahead of you. I'm like, all right, let me figure everything out right away. So like so what's fun about the book, is like he'll tell you the crime, he'll tell you what he profiles a person, and in my head, I'm like, all right, where are we going with this? Eye of Thunder. We're talking about Mindhunter, the book. And so I'm trying to jump ahead. I'm like, why would he think this? Why would he think that? Why would he think this? And it's like a black car, blue car. So I don't know, dude. It's so fascinating. Just trying to hop ahead of everything he's doing there. So I'm having fun just trying to rationalize this crazy profiling thing. But that's on the book front. I'm hoping to get done with that. No, David, you're gonna love this. I have been playing a game that I've tried to start about. I think it's my 4th time starting this game, and I am farther than I've ever been before on it by a decent margin, and that is Yakuza 0.
Yeah, good man. Good fucking man.
I have never gotten to chapter 2, and I'm currently on chapter 3. So
Good shit.
I'm going through it. I'm pushing through that ADHD of like, all right, I play for half an hour, I'm sleepy, I'm bored, play for half an hour, and I'm not saying bored in a bad way, but that's just ADHD. Like I will get bored of literally
Yeah,
the best
but
games
if
ever.
Majima doesn't
So
go ahead and like catch your
I'm
interest,
on there. I'm on there. Like I
Yeah.
just watched, which there are some long ass fucking cutscenes in that game. Holy
There
shit.
are.
So
Hol-
long.
Holy shit.
Majima, dude, I was locked in whenever I got the slot car racing. I dream of
Hell yeah! The slot car racing is honestly some of the best fucking mini games in the entire fucking
so
series.
good.
Bro, I'm so fucking pissed. I was killing it at darts, dude. Fucking
Oh yeah.
killing it. And I hit the guy who was like, "You want to take a drink?" I'm like, "Sure, let's fucking do it." And then I think, "You want to do another one?" I'm like, "No." But then I was like, I played one more just regular round. I'm like, I'm playing better drunk than I am regular. Okay, so I ran through that dude. Then I'm walking out, and the other guy's like, "You want to play cricket darts?" I'm like, "All right, let's try this." And I got through it, and I lost both times. He bet 4 million on it. I'm so pressed about it, dude. I was like, "Oh my god!" And I had the first time I played him, I had it down until he hit a triple the last dart. Pressed, so pressed.
Then
The-
my
the
luck, I
real-
walk out and get my ass beat by Mr. Beat Your Ass or whatever the fuck. his
Mr.
name
Showdown
is.
or something like that. Or
Yeah, Mr. Showdown, yeah. Yeah, but that's how you get like a lot of money later on. Is you let him beat your ass and then you just
Just use him
fucking
as a bank.
ectoplasm shotgun him.
yeah, use him as a bank.
Oh yeah. Also, just wait until you start getting into real estate, and then that's when you should do the bowling side quest because you get the best real estate worker through the bowling side quest. I'm not gonna spoil it beyond that, but just once you start doing real estate, go do the bowling side quest because you get.
I also didn't realize there's a lot of softcore porn in that game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You spent a lot of time at the Spank Bank. Also,
Oh,
fuck,
we
what was
do,
his
or you
name?
do?
Oh yeah, you do. Also, fuck, what's his name? Fucking the dude in the diaper that fucking hip thrust. What the fuck is his name?
Yeah.
Mr. Something. God damn it. I don't know, but I fucking love that dude. Just constantly in the background, randomly of scenes, just fucking pelvic thrusting in a diaper.
I was playing through the Dominatrix Girls intro storyline. I don't know if that goes more. I'm pretty sure it does. There's more. But I was showing the girlfriend just like glimpses of the Steam Deck as I'm playing it, and it's like, look, he's out at a playground right now. That's not okay. Yeah, I didn't realize the softcore porn thing. I was like, because I was skimming through the thing of like erotic videos. The fuck, and it gives
Yeah,
you
that's
for
the whole side quest chain.
Is it okay? Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like almost everything in Yakuza 0 is some kind of side quest chain.
Yep.
interesting. All right, how many
And
chapters
then
is
the
the game?
mini game will eventually turn into a side quest chain.
Yes, if I remember correctly, there's like 112 some odd side quests in the game.
How many chapters is there?
There is 10 chapters per character, if I remember correctly.
Jesus Christ.
It goes quickly at the end because what ends up happening.
Mr.
is
Libido,
they
by the
start-
way, says a pepperoni.
Hell yeah, Mr. Libido, that's it. Because what ends up happening is you're basically following through like two different,
Which I didn't
entirely
know, by
different
the
stories.
way. I had no idea. I always thought
Yeah.
it was just a curious thing.
And then eventually they don't directly intersect, but they go along a parallel of what's happening. So when you hit that parallel moment, that is when it ramps up and it just fucking goes.
Our side missions,
Kind of like Alan Wake.
hell yeah. Are side missions timed? Like, is it like I have to do them all the exact moment?
Yes. So some of them you can wait on, but generally speaking, if you want to do all the side quests, which I will say, Yakuza 0 is the most rewarding with the side quests. I do think in later games, the side quests are a lot less interesting and you get a lot less interesting characters out of them.
Well, yeah.
So,
'cause
like,
Yakuza 0 is like the newest out of the main line besides like 7, 8, right?
Yeah, because Yakuza
Technically.
0 came out like after 6.
Right, right.
But it is one of those things that I feel like Zero is worth doing as many of the side quests as you can. So, and especially if you want to end up doing the super boss fights, you have to do all the side quests anyways. But I do recommend
But
ending
you just
Zero.
get
but
them by walking around though a lot.
yes, you can find easily an item that also alerts you to where side quests are if you don't want to cheat and look at a guide. So that's one thing you can do if you want to kind of experience it like naturally. But just for that purpose alone, I would recommend just following a guide so that way you know you're never missing, because there are
Okay.
some that have very strict timing on when you
So
can do
do you
them.
think I might have missed? I did a good chunk of side quests, but do you think I missed a lot if I'm on chapter 3 already?
No, there's not many in the very beginning. Most of them don't open up till chapter 4.
Okay, good. So I'll start using a guide from here on then, because I had a handful of them, but and I've walked around the town a lot, so I feel like I hit all of them, but I don't know. I get a little worried. I like what's some of my favorite ones so far? I liked the video game one where the kid gets mugged and that kid gets mugged and that guy gets mugged and then
Yep.
yeah, I won't spoil what happens there, but that's a pretty good one. What is
I just
it?
love how fucking absurd like a lot of the missions are. I
Right.
love that shit. That shit is like 100% my type of humor.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the show didn't do that right.
No, the show didn't do. Oh my. All right. So do you mind if I rant about that real quick?
Really quick though, who's that man from Yakuza who you fight first? He gets his finger chopped. F's punishment.
Kuze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which he's a fun recurring boss fight.
Yep.
The mission where you infiltrate the cult. Yes, I fucking love
Yeah.
that.
I'm
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
just about hitting that thing where it's like I want to come home and play the game now, which takes a little while to curve me into that kind of mood. I'm slowly getting it, like not quite like I'll come and play like an hour or two here or there, but like I'm slowly getting to that point where I'm like, I want to play Yakuza.
Yeah, and again, it especially doesn't help that because my partner's been going through it, and Kiryu's story is more of like a slow burn,
Yeah.
whereas Majima, it's just fucking gas, fucking pedal to the gas all the way through.
I see a lot of potential and curious thing because I think that twist that like was when it's the second you hear I'm working with someone in your clan, I'm like, all right, I know exactly where this is going. I'm
Yeah,
cool.
no,
I'm down with it.
Kiryu. Don't get me wrong, like Kiryu's story is phenomenal, especially the build up with him and Nikishi's story and the kind of brotherhood those two have, and then especially where it immediately goes into Yakuza 1 and just getting that just that satisfaction of seeing that just journey from 0 to 1 is phenomenal.
Would you guys know what's the time frame? Is it because I heard Yakuza Kiwami 3 is a thing?
I didn't hear anything about Kiwami 3.
I was looking up stuff when I was looking up the remaster that they were doing for LRG, and I found a thread where they were talking about the time frame of Yakuza games currently. And someone mentioned that it's like they're doing the Yakuza Pirate game, and they're doing like a Dragon or something, and then they said that they're doing Kiwami 3.
I
feel
haven't
like
heard
I've seen
anything
as
about that.
well, but that could be a Mandela effect.
Let me look it up real quick.
for me.
I imagine it to be one of those like
aren't they
strong
also
rumors
working
thing.
on that other game that's not titled. It's like Project whatever.
Yeah, because the whole thing with the Kiwami series is on the Wii U, they did an HD re-release of 1 and 2, and then they basically just ported that in Yakuza Zero's engine, which is how Kiwami came about. So there was already HD updates. And when they re-released 3, 4, and 5 as the Yakuza collection on PS4 and all the other consoles after the fact, they basically said they didn't really need to touch anything for those games. So they just were like, here you go, as is.
So they said this was, oh man, I hate that. No, it shouldn't be an issue. It's posted April 1st, but I'm pretty sure it's because they said on a latest episode of a studio thing from Japan though. They link the interview. It says Kiwami 3 isn't their next project, but something he'd like to tackle. I'm just gonna say I think we'll do a Kiwami 3 at some point. I think we'll definitely do it sooner or later.
I wouldn't worry about it because honestly, even if they do, Yakuza 3 is the weakest game in the series.
But I mean, that's probably why I would want it though, right? Though is that they'll fix that shit.
No, because there's nothing they can really, unless they completely rewrite Yakuza 3 story. There's
You
no way
said
they
it,
can
you
get
said it
around
though.
it.
Like they just make the side content a lot better and really fall into
No,
line
no.
with it.
Even if they made the side content more interesting, it doesn't fix the main narrative flaws of 3.
Well, and also aren't the Kiwamis just remasters, not like completely remakes, or am I
Well,
misunderstanding?
the Kwamis are remasters, but they do go in and basically like retroactively add things in to make like the future stuff make more sense.
Gotcha.
So that's why, like in Yakuza Kiwami 1 and 2, Kiryu has his fighting styles from Zero as well. And then they also added in, like in Yakuza 1, they added in the Majima Everywhere, which is a fun addition. I fucking love that. Um, but they also restored those games in the sense of like when Yakuza 1 and 2 first came out in the US on PS2, they took a fuck ton of the content out of the games. So when they re-released those as part of Kiwami, they put all that content back in.
I could see
There was
them
nothing
going kind of
miss-
crazy because at this point we're so disconnected from the Yakuza game, right? Yakuza 3 would probably almost be the last hurrah of them going back to traditional Yakuza, right? Because they're not really doing that anymore, right?
Well, no, they do because that's what technically Judgment is, and we also just recently got The Man with No Name, which was a traditional Yakuza game.
But we're not going back to like the mainline 6/7, I guess if we call it, right?
I mean, that's what The Man with No Name was. Is it
Mm.
was the continuation of 6.
Okay, I didn't know if that was that.
Yeah. Because that was basically, once again, this is not much of a fucking spoiler because this is almost every fucking Yakuza game. The Man with No Name can be summarized as Kiryu has left the Yakuza, but goddamn, the Yakuza keeps pulling him back in order to do more Yakuza shit. Which is basically the story of, aside from Yakuza's, actually no, even in Yakuza 0,
That is story.
it is the story of every fucking Yakuza game. Is Kiryu wants to leave the Yakuza, but goddamn, the Yakuza keeps pulling him back in.
Yeah, every single game is I'm over this shit, and we're not over you, motherfucker.
Just when I think I'm out, they
Uh,
pull me right back in.
Yep.
Hell yeah. But all that is to say, I wouldn't worry about Yakuza Kiwami 3 because I again, unless they go and rewrite the entire main story of 3, you can't really improve 3 much. Because the biggest flaw with 3 really is just the fact that the main story is the weakest of all of them. It's a good story. It's solid. It's just when you go from like 0 to 1 to 2, it's such a beautiful fucking trilogy that everything flows poetically. There, when you start with
Well,
0
it's
and
0,
end
1,
at
2, and then it goes 4, 5, 6 for the next trilogy, right? So 3 is the middle, weird, like.
Yeah, because 4, 5, and 6 are fantastic. And then 3 is just like that awkward child where it's like it's necessary to play 3 in order to understand that part of Kiryu's character. And it also does set up a lot of things, but it feels like it, you know how like in a film franchise there's always that one awkward movie where it kind of has to exist in order to like give you the world building for everything else that's about to come.
AKA Captain America coming out in a little bit.
Exactly. It is that film or book where it's just like it's literally there to exist for the world building and less to be its own thing.
That literally is what that movie is, right? It's
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, here's how we get adamantium into this shit.
Here's Adamantium. Here's addressing that Eternals thing. Here's Captain America. Here's Red Hulk. Yeah. I don't know. I get that. I say it as someone without it, but I have faith that they'd amp up Yakuza 3 with somehow, some way doing stuff, but we'll see. But yeah, going through Yakuza 0 right after this podcast, I'm gonna go hop in bed and pop out the Steam Deck and been knocking that out some more.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Doing the Street Fighter stuff, doing the Marvel Snap stuff. Haven't really been playing the Pokemon game that much. I've been just collecting stuff. The game just I hate figuring out the meta in Pokemon. I don't know why. It's just infuriating. Then I'm playing anything else? A little bit of Rivals here or there. That's it. All right. speaking of Marvels, we just talked about it. The
Yeah,
Fantastic,
Pete again, but you start us off.
So
shocking.
you know it's so unfortunate for Marvel because I feel like Fantastic Four legitimately like looks really good. But Captain America could come out and be a total stinker and it just overshadow everything, right?
Yeah, I don't have much faith for Captain America, honestly.
Fuck, we still have Thunderbolts too this year. I
I
forgot
have
about
more
that.
faith in Thunderbolts.
I do too, honestly. I think there's a lot of things going right with Thunderbolts that could carry it, even if it does turn out to be like one of those like quote unquote MCU movies. But I feel
I
like
just wanted them to
Fantastic.
do a Suicide Squad with MCU side characters, which is fine.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Knock that out. I hope it's fun. I hope we get a lot of cool little funny moments between characters. That's really all I don't mind with that.
I feel like Taskmaster is gonna get fucking smoked in that movie because they're in like not a whole lot of the marketing for it.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting.
The only reason I would watch the new Captain movie is because the Rivals cosmetics you get from Regal. I've heard that too.
Dude, the AMC popcorn bucket for it is fucking sick. It's like his shield, but on the
But
backside it raises up. It's
yeah,
like collapsible. It's so sick.
I would get it if I didn't already have like my own just shield hanging out behind
Right.
me. I'm like, all right, I don't need more buckets. Because the bucket wars have begun and there's so many buckets everywhere constantly.
Right.
But yeah, no, I I have faith in Thunderbolts. I think Thunderbolts just has to be just a fun time. I'm not looking for big things there. Captain America has so much writing on it. All right, Red Hulk.
Yeah.
It comes in looking like Red Hulk like that, dude.
Thunderbolt Ross here.
Yeah. Look like Red Hulk with your screaming and red shirt.
Hell yeah, I come beckoning Galactus.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're saying Cap is gonna not I don't have much faith in Captain America for. I think it went through too many reshoots, too many rewrites. I think it's gonna come out choppy, and you're gonna feel it. Thunderbolts looks like it could be a fun time. I'm not against it. Have fun with it. I'm sure it'll be a good time. Fantastic Four looks like a proper MCU movie that we haven't had since like Endgame. I feel like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it even harkens back for me to like that first Captain America movie or even that first Iron Man movie. It has like some kind of like sheen to it that almost feels like earnest, you know?
Right.
They almost feel like a part of the time where they're shot. Because like Captain America, it felt like an old timey movie, even
Hmm.
though it wasn't. Iron Man felt like a early 2000s movie, and I mean it was. And this kind of has that same feeling. It's like it's supposed to capture that Technicolor kind of like early 60s vibes, and it's really encapsulating that for me.
Which that was what Loki writer and then or Loki set designer I think or something like that on there, which makes a lot of
Set
sense.
designer and Matt Shackman, he did a lot of season 1 of Loki as well.
Right, so it makes a lot of sense with that. And
He
also
also did Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
when you say that it matches,
Oh wait, no, he did WandaVision. My bad.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what he did.
which again makes sense with the set pieces, right? And how we because I think WandaVision, say what we will about the ending, right? But I think the first like 4 episodes of WandaVision are fucking incredible.
And it had like
I
a
really liked it all,
good.
honestly.
Yeah, I'm not one of those haters for it. Like I can poke holes in any of it, and that's a weird
Yeah.
way to look at any sort of media. If you had fun throughout the whole thing, I don't.
I
think
know
that-
I don't mind.
No,
I think the only crutch of it comes at that last thing, which I get.
for sure.
But like, just take the first 4 out when it just like almost standalone stuff.
Like
It's just so
immaculate vibes. It's great.
they nailed the vibe of that, right?
Hmm.
So I could see why that's such. And also when you say that the movies match their time, that's why Captain America Captain Marvel just did not land the landing it should have, because it did not feel like
It felt like a '90s movie, dude.
no, and they could have like they should have nailed that. It could have really been a good thing, but yeah, they just
That's a weird thing too, though. '90s is like such a hard era to hit, unless you're like specifically being like, "Whoa, dude, dial-up internet,
hey dude, where's my car?
dude, look, Ecto
Blockbuster.
cooler." Yeah, they did do that. I forgot. Never
Yep.
mind.
Yep.
They straight up did that.
In the fucking trailer too. But yeah, Fantastic Four looks good. Like it's got that really cool futuristic but retro vibes to it.
Really cool that retro futurist vibes to it. A lot of really beautiful shots just from this like one trailer. Like Johnny leaving the atmosphere is so fucking cool.
It's so funny because you hear Kevin Feige just talk about this movie, and you hear him like, yeah, I mean, Captain America and Thunderbolts are happening, but Fantastic Four is like my baby. Like, he's really, and I think it really is going to be the soft, not like a soft reboot of MCU, but I think Fantastic Four is the beginning of, I would hope, right, but the beginning of the turning point, of them going back to being that quality machine that they were, that, right? Because like, um, Captain America, or I can't say Captain Marvel, and it is very mid. Black Panther is still very mid, but like, just personally, I mean, I get why it was liked, but I just think it just had the same story as a lot of things, where it's like, well, hey, look, my evil enemy is me, but different. Um, but it's been a while since I've heard, like, every time you go to MCU movie, it was like you had a good time in it, right? Like, it was, even if it came out like kind of mid, you still had fun with it. But they haven't hit that in a while, I feel like. And I think I feel like Fantastic Four is really.
Guardians Guardians of the Galaxy 3, that was really good.
I don't know if I had fun during that. I definitely had some times. It was not
I mean,
fun.
if you experienced something, it was a good
Yeah,
time.
no, I get that one. Like, but I mean, yeah, James Gunn's gonna do James Gunn stuff, right? And I think anyone talking shit on Superman, by the way, is fucking stupid. They're
Yeah.
crazy.
Agreed.
But yeah, no, I'm really hoping they nail that, because Fantastic Four does not have a really good movie, and we're in a really weird spot right now.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate because we're in that spot now where there's like revisionist history. Like people see this and then they're like, "Oh yeah, my nostalgia," and they're like, I seen someone post like the casting in the 2000s movie was so much better. It's like, buddy, like,
What?
that movie's not good. It's objectively
No.
not good. Like this is you with rose tinted glasses looking at something that like you held near and dear.
People want to
once.
be contrarian for the sake of contrarianism, and
That too.
it's
I don't
really
know.
fucking annoying. It's like no one could just like accept, yeah, this is fine. I know, it's like, I like the other one better. Okay, no, you don't. You just want to say that for attention.
Yeah, and like Crazy Ed Peroni said, the theme music for Fantastic Four already, Michael Giacchino, that shit is
Mm.
fire. Like I can't wait to hear the rest.
He kills
on
it
a
with the
fucking
music.
hot streak. Yeah, dude, the Batman and this now, he's on a hot streak with superheroes.
And Lost,
And he did Werewolf at Night, and he directed that.
that was his first director role too.
I think he also did the music for Up.
I've been a fan of him ever since Lost, because man, there's just so many bangers. I want to watch Lost again. There's
I,
like,
I was talking to my wife about that the other day too. I was like, I want to rewatch Lost.
are you down for a rewatch of Lost? I am vaguely.
We were talking
intrigued.
about the airplane crashes going down. That's what we were talking about that, and I mentioned like, did you watch Lost with me? You want to rewatch Lost?
Dude, Lost is one of those things, right, where it's like I watched it when it came out when I was in high school, and like I really am like, I'm fighting every urge to go back and watch scenes of that show, because I really want to go back and rewatch it, because I remember the fucking episode, The Candidate, that episode fucked me up. I was like, oh, like it was like one of the last couple episodes, and they were saving that one for the fucking end, and there was like they just went balls out, like, let's just fuck everything up.
Man, if you like Lost, you would really like Severance.
Severance.
Yeah, it's.
I've heard a lot of good things about Severance.
It's absolutely amazing. It's like if David Lynch did like something Lost.
Fuck. All right,
It's-
all right, down.
it's like it's oddly absurd. It reminds me a lot of like it has a similar theme as like Control. It's like
Motherfucker.
shit's not right around the edges. It's like whenever you're looking straight ahead, everything's
That's my shit,
normal,
bro. I love that
but
shit.
around like your peripheral vision, shit's going on, and you can kind of see it. But when you turn your head, it's gone.
I love
And
that
that's
shit.
kind of what's going on with Severance.
All right, I'll put that down. I'll put it on my list. Put a reminder to remind me tomorrow. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think anyone that was shit talking Lost because I didn't get the ending is fucking stupid. You can say what you want, but I at least understand what the ending was doing. Like I feel like there's like oh that I'm not gonna spoil it, I guess in case anyone actually wants to after hearing me saying this, but I don't know. Everyone I hear complain about Lost just doesn't understand what the ending was. It happens.
I just never got into it. Period.
It's a hell of a show. It's like 100 some episodes, so like there's a
It was back in the day whenever they did like 20 episode seasons.
yeah. So it's a hell of a fucking of a, and that was back. I watched that back when Hulu was free. It was good times.
Yeah, and the thing is also is it was really unfortunate with Lost. It wasn't it like filming like right in the middle of the writer strike too that happened around that time.
That happened. It had such a big ensemble that there was just a lot of actor conflicts that happened.
Yeah.
Which did kill off a couple storylines, which could have been better. But overall, like
Overall, for what it was, it's insane that they pulled it off.
honestly, like, and I've been seeing people say this about this and Game of Thrones, right? People are like, "How is Stranger Things 5 taking fucking 14 years to film? These kids are already full ass adults now. Like, you're having, how are you not getting done? Because it's like, yeah, like Game of Thrones is coming out almost on a yearly basis, and fucking like Lost had 100 episodes. Like,
Yeah, it's insane.
we should get chop on this, y'all. Like Stranger Things, these kids need to, these adults need to live their own life now, and they stop being stuck on Stranger Things.
Yeah, like last season, I can kind of get it because I feel like there's a lot there, like a lot of like visual effects and even like practical effects that they did. But whenever you think about it, like it's really been what'd you say, 14 years
Mm-hmm.
for Stranger Things? That's insane to me.
Oh no!
Yeah,
So how long has it been for?
I feel like it's been something like that. It's
No,
been
it was
close
like-
It's
to
been a
the digits
long
at least.
time.
I want to say the first season came out like 2015, 2016 maybe.
2016.
Damn,
Okay, so close to 10 years.
8 years, and these kids are not kids anymore.
Right. Yeah, and kind of the same thing happened with Severance too. It's been 3 years since the first season, but I think it also got affected by it, COVID, and then the writer strike shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, but dude, I don't know. I might, if you tell me you and your wife are doing a Lost rewatch, I might join you on that because I don't know. I think of certain moments in that, and I think of the last scene
I've
is
been
like
getting the hankering.
that last scene just is so just so emotional. And then I still stand to this day. My first son's gonna be named Desmond. Been stuck on that the entire time. Desmond's my first boy's name, 100%. Let's see. They'll use time skip to escape that, even though it was weird for the last 2 seasons. For Stranger Things, would make sense. I haven't watched past the first season, I think.
You haven't watched past the first season of Stranger Things?
No, I think I got about halfway through season 2 and I forgot why I got sidetracked and I just never came back to it.
Gotcha.
But man, there's some shows. I found out that all of Yu-Gi-Oh is on YouTube by like uploaded by the
way.
official channel.
That's sick.
Yeah,
It's also
so
all on my server if you want to watch it there,
but I've been wanting to watch
including
some.
season 0.
I might fuck with you on that because I want to watch season 0. Season 0 is fucked.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I don't know. I've been having a hankering for some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff and been watching back on that, and man, there's some good shit, dude. It's like I'm so like checked out of current things. I'm like I want to rewatch everything. Twin Peaks is on the list though, David. That's
Hell yeah.
once I get this house is almost. We got a couch in the living room now. We had to say fuck that couch to the one that got hit by the plane crash.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's still so wild.
Yeah, so had to get a different couch, but I got a couch in the living room now. TV is almost set up finally, so I can actually sit down and just play Marvel Rivals without having to like set up my Series S on the desk with the fucking portable monitor. So probably by this weekend I could play Marvel Rivals on the big screen. We're getting there, but yeah, man, so much stuff to do. But yeah, going back to Fantastic Four, it looks incredible.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I love how the thing looks. Love Herbie. You know you're gonna love Herbie, so nothing better happen to Herbie because you already know. You
It's
already
on
know.
site.
It's on site, dude. And And then Galactus, we got a little peek of him finally in official form.
Yep.
Yeah, that was insane. That's something that you put in the trailer like that. So I'm really interested to see what we haven't seen yet. You know.
I think they had to, right? Because they had him in the footage at Comic-Con, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they're kind of like having to throw everything out there and be like, please watch this film.
Sure. Yeah, I can see that. It
Uh,
is also interesting too that the only person that we did not see is Reed. Reed's powers, at least.
Yeah.
His
You think it's
stretchy.
because you think it's because they're it's still funky, or
I think so.
like
Yeah,
because
it
I'd
feels.
imagine they're still working on like the visual effects to like for the rest of the movie, right?
I have a feeling they worked overtime to get the thing shot with Herbie, like to nail that look, and then just
And even like the sound design and everything to it, like he's crunkly, like whenever he moves, it
when he's
sounds
crap
like
when he's clapping, it just sounds like
yeah.
rocks patting together.
Yeah, and like when there's a scene later where he's running and you can hear it, it sounds just like gravel, just like rubbing against each other. It's so crazy sounding.
Yeah. So I have confidence that they'll nail this one, but
I hope Reed gets like real freaky with his powers, like his telescopic eyes and shit like that. It's so cool.
do you think we get RDJ post credit?
I don't think so. I think we'll probably we
Get
might
him
get
in
like a
movie.
yeah, exactly. Now we'll probably get like a hint towards like Latveria or Doom or something in the post credits, I'd imagine.
Well, that's the interesting thing is we didn't have anything with Doom, despite how much they were talking about the incident itself.
They were.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
and that's what's interesting too about I feel like we're doing a Spider-Man here where we're kind of gonna skip over the like how it happened and kind of reference back to it, you know, because it seems like they're very public, everyone knows. So I think it's gonna be like a hey, we're already heroes, this is what happened type of thing.
Everybody's saying we'll see Doom, but no RDJ reveal yet. They
That'd be
paid 400
interesting.
million. There's rumblings that this is gonna be his only showing, in the MCU. We're gonna be in the Avengers, both the Avengers stuff. I imagine they're gonna crank him out a little bit more, just maybe even in Fantastic Four. Um, but I don't know. Did you see the rumblings that people are that Marvel's considering bringing back Kang?
I've seen that too.
I mean, as
Yeah,
far as they just didn't, it was just like, here's a different variant. Fucking here you go.
Well,
Like
I'm
it's
thinking,
literally the problem solves itself with the way they wrote Kang.
yeah, and hopefully they also just kind of like they have the opportunity to just wrap it up nice and tight with Fantastic Four. Just be like, yep, this is one of your descendants, and bloop, bye, he's gone.
Yeah.
I love watching like new Rockstar try to figure out what the fuck the story was actually gonna be though, because like it's so fascinating how they're just having to turn heel from King Dynasty to fucking Doomsday.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad too because like I feel like this what we're seeing with Fantastic Four, like this alternate history, like retro 1960 vibes, is like perfect for like what the multiverse should be, like what we get to experience and kind of live in and see. But
Yep.
that kind of got screwed over and fucked over. So now this is gonna become like I'm imagining what it is Galactus comes, eats their world, and they travel through like a
And they
some
go to
kind of
MCU.
wormhole, yeah, into the new.
Oh fuck, we're back
Mm.
here. I want to go back
Yeah.
there.
Exactly. That's what I'm kind of imagining
Yeah.
it's going to be, and they're going to find out Galactus isn't escapable. He's going to keep coming.
hmm
He's probably going to be a Nexus being, like that one of those focal point beings that just I don't know. Anyways, forgot what we were talking about.
No, that'd be clever. I can
Doom
see that.
and Kang.
Yeah, I think we do get a Doom, if nothing else. There's no way we
Yeah.
don't get a Doom, even if it's not necessarily Robert Downey Jr.'s
John.
Doom.
I think they're blowing that out of proportion too. I don't think he's going to be like a big part of it. I think he's going to be kind of like a Reed Richards, what's his name, Jim from The Office type
Mhm.
of situation.
It's gonna be like when we got
He's gonna
fucking
turn into
Johnny
spaghetti.
Blaze in the Deadpool movie.
Yeah, that's it. I think that's exactly what it's going to be. I think he's going to be like he might be a big character in it, but he's not going to be like Doom.
Yeah,
he's going to be like we're
I-
going to get like we're going to meet this Doom, get familiar with it. We're going to see the motif of what Doom is.
And he's gonna come
we're
back.
gonna-
He's gonna fuck with everyone because it's like, hey, you're Iron Man, and he's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
that, or it's going to be a thing where like we're like, oh shit, that's Doom in a suit, in an Iron Man suit, and then he's going to like take off the helmet and like, oh fuck, that's Tony in a Doom suit. I don't know.
How do we
I
feel?
think
We're
they're a cool
distanced from that
opportunity.
now. We're distanced from that now. How do we feel about that now? The casting. Does it feel a
I
little
don't
bit?
like it, but
Do we feel like it's a little bit too desperate? Like we need
yeah.
some sort of Hail Mary?
I don't think so. I think it's definitely something that can work its way in. Just depends on how they do it, you know.
I was just kind of done with him. Like I feel like his ending was perfect. I didn't need to see him again in the MCU in any capacity, honestly.
And see, that's the thing. A Pepperoni was talking about him being a superior Iron Man. I'm not over the fact that he isn't. He can be like, because there's also the Doom run where he's in an Iron Man suit of armor. Like they can kind of combine it and play fast and loose with it. And more, no, that's not Immortals. Danny Rand as Moon Knight.
Only
I
if we
forget what it is.
also get superior Spider-Man and we get the actual actor for Doc Ock to then go ahead and be
Alfred
Spider-Man.
Molina.
Yes. Get him to be Spider-Man.
My friend went to the coffee shop, I guess like 2 weeks ago, and she says that she's like almost certain that she saw Alfred Molina there. And
That's sick.
and she
Hell
was
yeah.
like, she just didn't want to say anything, and I guess he asked her if that was her coffee or something on there, and I was like, you really should have slipped in like it isn't Mr. Molina. just see what their reaction is. See, also rumblings of Chris Evans playing Hydra Captain America in Secret Wars. He's coming back. There's that shit where he's like, I'm happily retired. No, fuck off. You're coming back. We know you're back. Easy money. Easiest money of all time.
Yeah, I can see it. Okay, so I don't know. The saddest part for me is like Fantastic Four. I want to be like the big reboot, but I don't think that's gonna be the big reboot. I still think it's gonna be X-Men. Unfortunately, I still think we're like a little time off from what the big reboot is. Although it would be cool if like maybe, and see, that's the other thing too. So Secret Wars culminates in like the reboot of the timeline.
That's what I would imagine.
So if it's gonna suck if we get these Fantastic Four and we like them, and then they just get rebooted. Like, how's that gonna work, or are they gonna carry over?
Yeah, the way I see it right now, and at a logistics standpoint, is it is Secret Wars, and it is Marvel's like top honchos around the table. Like, who do we like and who do we not like? All right, let's keep all
cool,
these people.
You're cool. Fuck you.
Essentially, right? It's almost like what Infinity War kind of was, but
Shang-Chi, like you're out.
Yeah, but it's gonna be that. The only reason I'm so frustrated with it is it's like we've introduced so much bullshit that's literally not gonna happen, right? Like, what the fuck is Scar gonna do in fucking Secret Wars, and why are we not gonna get rid of his ass after Secret Wars 2, right? We have Star Fox from the Eternals.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? We get so many fucking people. It's the meme now. It's like every Marvel character
literally get rid of all the Eternals.
Right. But it's like
no one would care.
It's the meme. It turned into a meme where it's like last scene in every Marvel movie is like, "Hey, I'm Mr. Yellow Duck." Everyone's like, "Oh shit," and then never comes back again. Like, it's so stupid. Which is unfortunate, right? Because like, I think what the issue was it just they planned so far ahead, right? Whereas like, really, it felt like teasers at the end of movies were like for ones that were coming out in the next year.
Yeah.
Right. Or like, here's what you're seeing next year. Instead, we just haven't seen any of these motherfuckers at all ever.
Bro, it's so crazy what the MCU's done for like, not like necessarily bottom tier, but low level like heroes and characters in superhero comics. Like even Thanos, like if you've watched Squid Game season 2, there's a character in there named Thanos. And his whole thing is acting, and he has purple hair. His fingernails are painted like the Infinity Stones.
How was season 2? Because I don't talk to my students all the time when they say it's good.
I like it.
Okay.
It's a cliffhanger because it's part 1.
Is it?
So that's what infuriated me.
Season 2, part 1, season 2, part 2, or season 2 and season 3?
So I think it's technically going to be 3 seasons, but it's this, and then the rest of it comes out in like sometime this year, I think.
Okay, so
And
kind of like how they split up Invincible.
right, but that's once that's over, that's it. So I don't know if it's 2A, 2B, or
No,
if
they
it's a
said they're
third
filming a
season.
season 3, final season of Squid Games. Squid Games. They're saying
Maybe
they're
that's
filming.
what they're doing. I don't know. But
Huh.
it ends in a cliffhanger, so that's the only thing that sucked ass about it. I thought it was a complete season, or it might be considered a complete season.
How many episodes?
Like 8.
That
It's
should
really
be
short.
That should be a full season. I think the first season was 8.
Making shows so short nowadays.
Meanwhile, at least with the DCEU, they had a chance to reboot without getting rid of or recasting a fuck ton of characters. They
Yeah,
sort of,
they didn't have to.
they sort of barely started. MCU might struggle a bit with choosing who's leaving. I mean, I think it's a solid moment to just rebrand and recast and regroup from everything. I don't know. The MCU's kind of a thing where it's like now everyone's getting old and doesn't want to do that role anymore, right? So it's
Yeah,
not
they've
like
been locked into it for so long.
yeah,
Well, that's the beautiful thing about the X-Men, right? Is you can kind of cast them young, start off young, and just kind of grow with them.
right.
Because that's kind of the whole thing.
Right. So when people are saying Channing Tatum for Gambit, I love it, but man, he's old, dude. He can't be
Yeah.
rocking Gambit that long.
No, you really can't. And that's the thing too. Like a lot of people are kind of like, I don't know, kind of upset, stuck in the past. Like you kind of, film moves quick nowadays. I feel like.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see Blade one day. Probably not.
Never. There's
Dude.
there's only one Blade.
There's only ever gonna be one Blade.
Yeah. Sadly, what was meant to be a wink and a nod, fucking aged beautifully.
I
Yeah,
just,
and part of me just wants Mahershala to just move on. Like, don't let them do.
I think
like,
he
this,
has.
I
no,
fucking
he's
hope
still
so.
attached to it right now.
I thought he didn't move on from it.
Marvel don't deserve him the way they've been fucking yanking him around like that.
I remember the first draft
Or
of the
maybe
movie.
he has something to do with it. Who knows? I
The
don't
first draft of
fucking
the movie
know.
had 2 fight scenes in it.
That's insane. To me.
What?
Yeah.
In fucking Blade?
Right. Like, let me just give me $100. I'll write you the script.
Yeah, for real.
Give me $100. I'll write you the script and I'll make it better than whatever it was. Like, holy shit. I have only seen Blade once and I know exactly what to do with this fucking character. 2 fight scenes in a fucking Blade movie? Grow the fuck up.
You've only seen Blade once.
I only seen Blade once.
The audacity of
Oh
this
my
man.
God. Yeah,
I don't know. It was
that's,
kind of
like,
one of those perfect moments I
unbelievable.
kind of want to preserve. I'll do it again eventually, but it was so good. Because what we did, Chris said we do this. We're doing None of the Week podcast. It was just him and I doing the Marvel. When I was watching Marvel for the first time, he made me watch Blade before Black Panther. Yeah.
Perfect segue.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair, right? It's like here's the first actual black hero of Marvel. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair,
He's what kickstarted the MCU essentially.
right? It's still in it.
Kickstarted superhero movies.
The oldest running MCU character technically.
Exactly.
Never would have realized that in a million years that would have actually carried over. But hey, here we are. Is it a thing where he can't do another film before Blade? No, but I mean, like,
It's just like it sucks to like be attached to this, say that you're going to be in it, and it just kind of
come out to fanfare.
Yeah,
Especially because usually a part of the Marvel contracts is they have to at least be able to come back out and do something if needed.
right. And a lot
So-
of times they block that out. If they're like, "Hey guys, we're going to start filming this fall," and then it comes out like August, they're like, "Ooh, by the way, we're not going to be able to film." It's like, what the fuck? I had this blocked out to film for you guys. What the fuck is like? Am I just not working now?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think the reason why Doctor Strange got moved up was because I think I'm blanking on the actor's name. Benedict, is it Benedict?
Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
Cumbersome, yeah.
He wanted to do some stage play that he was like tied to, like really wanted to do, so they had to bend around his schedule for that. So that's why they did they bumped up, I think, Multiverse of Madness for that. But yeah, no, I think it's just shitty that they just tied him up to that, but also the fact that you write a fucking Blade script with fucking 2 fight scenes is audacious to me. Literally just, and I think New Rockstar said this, give it to the John Wick people, let them just fucking do it. Like, genuinely.
Oh my god.
Or do something in the vein of like I've always wanted to see Blade do like a take on like the Raid or like a like even
Yes.
Dread did it. That newest Dread movie. It's lock them in a building, give them weapons, and and have fights go down. Like
And let the John Wick
Oh,
people
so
choreograph
easy.
it.
It's so easy.
And
to do.
then lead into a Midnight Suns movie. Done.
yes.
You're welcome for the money.
Make it rated R.
Yeah, it needs to stay rated
Deadpool
R.
shows like it makes money.
Which I feel like Deadpool's gonna get another movie soon too. $1 billion after that, I'm sure they're gonna bring them back right away.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna get like a Deadpool cartoon show for Disney Plus. We're gonna get a Deadpool like 4 and 5 greenlit.
Fine with that, honestly. As long as it keeps the quality, who cares?
Yeah,
We'll see how much energy he has in it though too, because I think he's actually earned that part. Like he kind of earned the Iron Man role now, where he's like, I could just cameo in movies from now on.
and that's like perfect for Deadpool.
Right.
Honestly, that's like where I feel like he's strongest in a lot of this.
Imagine you're watching what? You're watching what's an upcoming? What's a random fucking? You're watching Captain Wonder. Is that what it is, or what is it? What's the Wonder Man? Wonder Man. You're watching
Oh,
Wonder
yeah.
Man, and then the scene he just walks around the corner and there's Deadpool. Oh shit, this guy again.
You know, at the end of the day, they are keeping Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe though in the back pockets. You know that's a thing they're holding on
The
to.
fact that it didn't happen with What If, I don't know.
The fact that it didn't happen with Deadpool and Wolverine, like Deadpool kills the Fox universe, is what blew my mind.
But I
And that
love that
they're
the
able-
direction they went though instead.
Right. Yeah, I think they did really good, but I think the obvious layup there was that,
Um,
and they're just like, no, we're not going to do that, and it's something that now they can just kind of do whatever whenever they feel like it.
I read people say this. 'Cause I didn't actually watch season 3 of What If, but I looked at the
Me either. I just didn't have it in me.
I looked at the fucking What If scenarios, and it's like y'all gave up a lot of really obvious, easy options for What If that just did not happen. It's so confusing. Some of the choices and just direction for Marvel is just so fucking weird to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if Nick Fury was white?
It was so funny. They literally just they played the exact same thing the exact same way. It would have been the exact same shit too.
Oh my fuck. And all they do is just they re-air like an old episode of the original X-Men cartoon
Yeah,
series.
there you
That's all
go.
they do.
Yeah, no, a lot of the what if situations that like for this season are really dumb. Like,
There's
I forget what they were, but there's a few of them I was like, this is stupid.
It's I'm just so flabbergasted at their like lack of.
Like, how do you not have like any better idea?
Dude,
Yeah, like one of them was what if Howard the Duck got his dick wet?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, it was. It was. Him and
She
what's it?
literally got pregnant and had a child.
Yeah.
Did she lay an egg or was it live? I forget. Or
Darcy,
it's,
yeah, Darcy and
yeah,
fucking
Darcy.
Howard the Duck.
Jesus Christ.
Out of everything you could do, like out of everything that's like so obvious to do, right? Because what was it? Because I feel like I was reading through the thread and I kind of just I zoned out because of how I was like, I'm surprised that was not an episode. But there was like so many just very obvious. Like what if X-Men were the ones defending New York during Thanos' attack?
Right.
done.
Exactly. There's so many layups.
Sold. You're welcome. Oh my god.
What would have happened is they would have actually fucking saved New York.
Thanos is done. All right. Well, fuck. That's why we didn't do it.
It'd been too easy. Yeah, like a Samurai Ghost Rider or Weapon X thing. Yeah, Samurai Ghost Rider, that'd be so sick. But I don't trust them to not fuck that up. Ooh, sandwich.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's for all my wonderful MCU ideas. Someone deserves to get rewarded for that. Meanwhile, all these motherfuckers are getting paid so much more than I am to write What If Howard Duck Got His Dick Wet by Darcy.
I could have wrote that. I could have got paid too.
Yeah, dude made more money than me this year, and that's what he wrote. Shout outs to you, but like, holy shit, dude. This comes from a place of jealousy, so don't take it harshly if you're out there.
Imagine being able to put that on the resume. I got Howard the Duck's dick wet.
Like something you take a few edibles and mention in passing, and then you move on. Not write a whole episode on.
You know, that's what they probably did. They got high with their boys one time. Their boy was riffing and talked about how he had a dream that Howard the Duck got a lot of pussy.
Who do you think
And then
Howard
they
the
just-
Duck would fuck in the MCU? Darcy.
Exactly.
All right.
And that dude took that shit to work.
What if Thanos actually banged Death? Exactly.
What if Thanos got his dick wet? Yeah.
What if Galactus got his dick wet?
Galactica.
See, we have a whole season on just like what if X.
What if they got their dicks wet? This series. Fault.
Rest
Oh,
in peace,
no.
David. We were doing so good. Oh well.
Was this third season the last one, or are they
Yeah.
doing it?
Third
Okay,
season,
third
the last
and final.
one,
Yeah, thank God.
which makes fucking sense.
And man, like, I kind of wanted to check out that Spider-Man one, but also like, I don't know, part of me just doesn't.
Yeah. No.
Because like, I don't know, the lead up to that's been so weird, and then like the Spider-Man actor was saying some weird shit too.
He
So I've
says
just
like,
been
I'm just glad it's not woke.
Yeah, he's like,
Jesus Christ.
I'm glad it's just well written and not woke. And then like it's so funny because a lot of people are like, there's like gay relationships being depicted and like a bunch of other like typically woke stuff.
Yeah, go
and-
figure. People, the people that say that word don't know what that word means. Like,
Yeah, they just wanted to say something. It's
We're
like, bro,
still-
you could just not said anything.
yeah,
Say
I
less.
feel like I'll pay you to not speak.
Yeah. Be seen, not heard.
Honestly, dude. Like, do you think people at Disney were just like, oh motherfucker, just shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut
Yeah,
the
he
fuck
probably
up,
got- yeah, his manager texted him like right after that, I guarantee.
shut the
You
fuck
can't
up.
say that.
Hey, Disney has your family. You better shut the fuck up.
The mouse is at the house.
We don't care who's president. The mouse wants money.
Love that. Anything else popping up?
I feel like there was like one other thing. Let me double check. Oh yeah, shouts to Capcom who confirmed that not only is Onimusha 1 being remade, but the second one as well.
Mm-hmm. And they like put out like a bunch of stuff about it too. They were like, we have 3 pillars on what Onimusha should be, and it was like,
Fun.
yeah, that's essentially what it was. It was like gameplay, realistic swordsman gameplay or something like that, and it was like some like, it wasn't like bullshit PR stuff. It was like, okay,
Shouldn't
someone
be
that, like-
woke.
right. This shit won't be woke. There'll be big titted women, big.
Did you
honkers,
did you
Big
see?
titted men as
Hold
well.
up, hold up. Fuck,
big honking cocks?
fuck, fuck Grums. By the way, Grums is a piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck
But
that dude.
did you see there was that Halo African armor that came out there, and he had a whole thing saying about like, oh, this is the shit that we're at right now. Like, I'm pretty sure there was never any of this kind of stuff in the Halo lore. Bitch,
New
like,
Mombasa?
bitch, like, Halo takes place in Africa.
Yeah, that's
like
like-
Halo
isn't that like
primarily takes place in Africa.
Well, isn't New Mombasa literally like the capital of the planet?
Yeah, the you're literally like that in Halo 3, that big fucking opening there is Africa. Like that's
Yeah.
supposed to be the dawn of everything there.
Yeah,
Halo
'cause
3
there's, like,
ODST is entirely takes place in Africa.
I think in one of the books there's like a sky elevator that goes from Africa to the moon.
Yeah.
So that's how they like get shit to space.
Yep.
Yeah, but because they got their helmets on, you can't tell, so it doesn't matter. I can pretend they're all white.
Yeah.
Which he's not, by the way. Let's put that on the record. He's not.
Bro,
But
Master Chief being black would blow everyone's mind.
Joe, did you see the Cartoon Network post about for Black History Month?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, David, you should go look for it. It's actually base as fuck, dude.
Well, I've seen a bunch of people getting mad. They're like, "Where the fuck is Grim?"
Yeah, they did say that. But they had what's his name from Foster's Home. Everyone's like, I
Yeah.
knew he was black.
All right, let me look that up here.
Oh yeah, we have to acknowledge Kendrick getting 5 Grammys.
Also, shout out to a 43-year-old video game for getting a fucking Grammy. Congrats to fucking Wizardry 1.
So I want to make note. In one night, Kendrick Lamar matched how many Grammys Drake's had in his entire career with the song he dissed him with.
Also got everyone at the Grammys singing along with A minor.
While he was wearing a Canadian tuxedo, that man was in full denim.
He I just saw someone posted because Drake's has his first live show tonight, the one in Australia.
Yeah,
Dude
got all the
looks-
bullet holes.
Dude looks drained as fuck, dude. Like he looks defeated.
So good. Yeah, I can't wait for the Super Bowl just to see like the whole stadium erupting, singing along.
Cataclysmic, dude.
Yeah,
The greatest victory lap of all time.
yeah. Go win 5 Grammys off the back of it, and then go host the Super Bowl halftime.
And then people that are not related to your genre at all whatsoever go out there and say on their acceptance speech, just want to tell every young person out there, please don't get into a rap battle with Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, fucking.
I love it so much.
So funny.
Speaking of things that are so funny, RIP in peace to Multiverses.
Dude, it's so sad too because they put out like they're doing like a big overhaul patch for like a lot of individual characters and like the game in general, and everyone that plays the game is like, what the fuck, why have you not done this in the first place? This is literally what we've been begging for, and you're doing this after the game's like put on like you just pulled the plug on it.
Unironically, they never should have just took the game down. Just full stop. That killed all momentum.
They should never took the game down. They completely changed how the game was played, and they refocused it on 1s instead of 2s. It was so
Mm.
weird. It's like they decided to just kind of like, oh, what we're doing, because their whole thing, they advertise the game as like, play this with friends. This is
Yeah.
this is a party game, and then they just decide to flip. Like, it's so weird. Like, I don't understand what happened there. And they became like less like upfront. Like, I don't know if it was because of like bad shit like with the player base during the beta, but like that dude that would always come out, Tony, I don't know if he left the company or something, but like after the game relaunched, they never did like the, hey, Jeff Kaplan from the Multiverses team here.
I guess to be fair, we should have expected it because it wasn't mentioned when WB had that big press conference. Well, not press conference, but that big internal meeting, and it wasn't part of their pillars. So it sounds like they are going to be very strict about what they spend effort in. So if it's not Mortal Kombat, if it's not Game of Thrones, and whatever the fuck the other property was, they really just don't care anymore.
Which
Arkham
Mortal Kombat's
series
not even
remake.
doing
Yeah,
that
that's
well.
it. Arkham series.
Mortal Kombat's not even doing that well. And Hogwarts.
Mortal
Yeah, no,
Kombat's
that's
like-
why we got to get the next game out there.
Well, they're pushing for Hogwarts bad right now because they know that's.
Oh, that was it. That's right. It was 4. It was Hogwarts. It was Game of Thrones, Mortal Kombat, and Arkham.
Yeah, I don't know. They fucked up.
Yeah, and for the last season, like they completely changed like how you unlock the characters now. Like before, you actually had to like pay for them, and now it's just like, oh, they're in the battle pass. You just earn them. Like you'll unlock them.
I'm hearing that. Like,
I hope they at least have the decency to just give you all of them at this point. Fuck
gameplay-
it, here you go.
Well, this last battle pass, the premium is free, so I know at least they're not charging for this last hurrah.
the gameplay I heard looks pretty solid too, which is
The gameplay looks it looks like I remember playing in the beta, like what I remembered playing and liking.
I don't understand. These people are getting paid more than me.
I almost guarantee you it probably the people making the games, not their like, I don't know. It's one of those weird things because like the monetization, sure, probably not on them, but these people playing it have to be like, yeah, this slow, like floaty feel isn't it. Like I don't understand
Whoever
how
had
you
that decision needs to be fired if they haven't
What
already.
if everyone played like Kirby?
essentially,
This
yeah,
one guy really likes Kirby and Smash. Could we make everyone do that?
yeah. Can we just make all people do that? You know, Iron Giant, yeah, that guy. Let's make him floaty.
It was
You
so
know
much
what?
fun
Instead
at
of
launch,
Project
dude.
M, this is Project K.
It was so much fun at launch too. Like,
Oh, dude,
I put a lot of time in that.
It was me too. I played a fuck ton of Superman just because that shit was so goddamn
So
fun.
funny catching them in the middle of a jump off stage. You just yeet them off.
Yep, I'm taking you out, buddy. We're going for a ride.
I think I mentioned it. When the player base was dwindling a little bit, I started playing some repeat people. So I beat someone as Finn, and then I rematched him right away. I was playing Superman. I beat them again, and the guy messaged me saying, "Hey, 1v1 Superman me. I'm gonna beat your ass." I'm like, "All right." And so I go in there. I beat him really bad. And he's like, and I was like, "Sorry, bro. I play Smash." He's like, "Shit."
I ain't new to this shit.
Yeah, I've been through it. David, April already had a comment a little while ago. If you want to read that too before
All right, let me look at that here.
we're out.
Which one are you talking about? There's a lot of comments.
His long one, which is by the way, before I forget.
Okay, I'm getting back into making fighting game roster. I'm thinking of maybe PlayStation versus Xbox. What do y'all think? Ooh. I think the way you would get the most roster out of that is if you made it like actually all 3 primary console reps. Because there's really not many strict PlayStation Xbox mascots that would fit to a fighting game theme. Case in point, look at PlayStation All-Stars Brawl. So I think that you would get the most if you also include Nintendo as a little cheat there. But I think it's a neat idea.
I love it.
Hell yeah. Good talk.
David, top 3 people from each platform. Pick 3.
Nintendo, you would have to have Mario, you would have to have Link, and you would have to have Kirby. For
In a fighting
PlayStation,
game?
yeah, there's no way that Kirby isn't getting in.
Mm,
Sakurai would be like, no, Nintendo, I have given you all the fighting games you could ever want. My boy needs to be there.
I don't think
Because
it's.
someone needs to be a boss character.
I don't think it's Kirby.
I think it's gonna be
It
Kirby.
has to be Samus, right?
No, I 100% it would be Kirby over Samus.
Or Inkling, a new age one, because Nintendo would balance that shit.
Maybe I could see that.
They
for
wouldn't
that
do 3
purpose.
retro characters like that.
I mean,
Yeah,
Kirby's timeless.
they do Tears of the Kingdom Link.
Specifically in the Gerudo outfit.
Yep.
But yeah, all right, fair enough. Maybe Inkling in there, but there's no way we don't get Mario and Link. But you asked me what I would pick, so I'm picking Kirby as the 3rd one there.
Okay.
Fair.
For Sony, we definitely get Kratos. You know what? I'm gonna be a madman. I'm gonna say throw Joel in there.
I'm gonna say Abby. Get Abby in there, dude.
Abby with a golf club.
No, I'm doing
Hot
Joel
shots
because
golf with Abby.
There you go.
all right, sold.
If she's on the
Abby
next
and
Hot
Hot
Shots,
Shots Golf is one of her costumes.
if she's on the next Hot Shot Golf, then they fucked up.
Fuck.
I don't know why I don't know why
Holy
after
fuck.
almost 5 years I'm just now hearing that.
Kells is on fucking fire tonight. God damn. All right, Abby, Kratos. And you know what? We'll go ahead and throw in Parappa the Rapper. He's got to put that karate he learned to
Sure,
good
it's not gonna
use.
be industry plant Aloy.
Oh
Yes.
god.
I love seeing how Sony's
because
trying their
Sony's not
fucking
gonna
hardest.
submit to the woke mob virus.
No,
They're gonna
Sony's been
step their
trying
up.
their hardest to fucking make Aloy a fucking thing. Like
I'm really hoping like the tides are turning on that because that MMO got canceled. Herman Hulst got demoted. I'm hoping that they're righting the ship and they're like, we're done with this Horizon shit. We're giving way too much money to these guerrilla folks. Back on Killzone you go.
God.
Oh my god, if only. I am genuinely surprised we didn't get a fucking Killzone collection
Are you?
this gen. Straight up.
You're
Yeah,
surprised?
I am actually.
I'm surprised that
fucking,
they haven't like spun off another studio for it and
That's
been like, okay, if you fucks aren't gonna do it, we're gonna get some other people to do it.
like unironically, this would have been the perfect time to release, the original Killzone trilogy. Here you go, 1, 2, 3, bam.
It's you know what
enjoy.
I think is so funny is that everyone wants to talk shit. All the fanboys want to talk shit on Xbox being on PlayStation, but it's like, all right, so you guys now have a better Killzone in Halo. You have a better Gran Turismo and Forza,
No.
right? Like, yeah, Gran Turismo
No.
is not fucking doing it these days, dude.
Gran Turismo 7 was a letdown, but
Okay, so there
as
you
a
go.
whole, if you compare each Gran Turismo versus each Forza,
No, I'm saying right now,
more-
you're the fucking Gran Turismo that's out right now. Put any Forza out that's on Xbox that's gonna come to PlayStation right now, it's gonna beat that one.
That's
Therefore,
fair. One shitty game and a
Also,
massive legacy.
according to them, if you play a new Gran Turismo, the last ones don't matter. So fuck off.
I fucking hated that. I fucking hate everyone behind all that conversation.
But right away, it's like you're getting a better racing game, better shooting game. You're welcome. Done. Why are you shaking your head?
because we should have had so much more this fucking gen and we haven't on both sides, honestly. Actually, no, I can't say that. Microsoft has actually done a lot to try and bring old shit to modern platforms. So I can't.
Yeah,
give
they took
Microsoft
out
shit
my
for
disk
that.
drive.
Yeah, they took out your disk drive. But you know it's okay because they still at least gave you back everything digitally.
Yeah, no, Sony fucked up. So much money down the drain.
Like literally,
They could have given that to me. Could have given it to me, and it would have fucking benefited humanity
that
better.
$200 million for Concord that could have went to me. What the fuck?
Yeah, I could have spent them better. I
Imagine going and watching fucking Secret Level and going, oh cool, this advertisement for this game, let me go play it, and the week that the episode drops the game is already dead.
Dude, I didn't realize that game was shot in price right after it shut down for a second. It dropped back down, but
Good.
I worried for a second because like, oh fuck, did I miss out on a good collectible? And like, no, it just people freaked out at first.
Yeah,
Yeah, then everyone's like, oh wait, why are we doing this? This is a fucking coaster.
yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna end up being like one of those ET like situations. I guarantee you, there's like thousands and thousands of those. Like,
Yeah, because they
somewhere
were
in a
banking on
landfill.
this to be a huge success.
Exactly. This wasn't like a limited run, like numbered release or some shit. This was something that was mass produced, and it's just like taking up waste.
You're right. But yeah, no, they should just give them that money. Anyway, David, you got Parappa now. What's your Xbox?
For Xbox, we of
Obviously
course have
Master
Master Chef. You can't have crossover without Master
The
Chef.
Forza car.
No, we're not gonna go that route. I thought about it because it'd be a funny haha, especially because it would also be a nod to Sega Rally having a fighting game representation. But no, I think what we would do is we would have not Marcus Phoenix, but we would have
Train, baby.
hell yeah. No, whoever it was that you were playing as in 5, that you allowed to die. That's the character you get to be.
You're Dom.
Exactly, you get to be Dom. And then lastly, fucking Rash. Why not? Actually, you know what? As a big final fuck you, we get Banjo. Why not? We get Banjo Kazooie, right? Why not?
I
Yeah,
feel
might as well. They need some game time.
I feel so bad. Grant Kirkhope on Twitter is just like He's really bummed out because you could tell fans always hit him up about banjo gaming. You know, he's just like, I really don't have any ability for that to happen. And he got frustrated one night and was like, you know what? Even if anyone were to make the banjo games, all you guys would just complain about it anyway, about it not being an original banjo game.
Honestly.
And I was like,
Again, imagine being Microsoft. You get your character announced in fucking Smash, and you don't capitalize on that with a
Nothing
fucking.
you know
at
what's
all.
you know what's obscene to me the most about that though, is if Microsoft saw that reception, buckled down that day, and sat down and made a fucking banjo game, it would have come out before Astrobot,
Yeah,
and Astrobot did great.
yeah, to the point where Reggie Fils-Aimé is like, you know what? Fucking Sony just about beat Nintendo at their own game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're doing a it's called Yuka Replayly as well.
Yeah.
They're doing it kind of like a remake of Ukulele.
I
I'm
wasn't
kind
the
of hoping that turns out good.
I wasn't the biggest fan of Ukulele. That was all right,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it was fine.
I'm hoping the doing this is
I
kind
need
of
to
a
play Impossible Lair. I heard Impossible Lair was fucking awesome.
yeah. I heard the same thing too. But I hope Replayly is solid. I'll give it a buy just 'cause I'm gonna support the fuck out of anything that can have any sort of chance of banjo coming back, even if it's like the most weird sideways way of it happening. But
Right. I'll take what I can get.
yeah, but it's like if I'm Microsoft, I'm looking at that team and being like, all right, can we make this? But literally, I don't give a fuck. Make it the fucking Xbox ripoff of Astrobot.
Yeah, do it. I'll take it.
You have so
Make
much
me have
shit.
to do a jiggy puzzle of a fucking Halo ring, a Delta Halo. I don't care.
Fuck it, nuts and bolts too.
Because it's like, you
Now
know
I
what?
kinda
I've
care.
I've always said this actually, and I'll take this, even though I'm not as big of a fan of this character. I'll take this. It's just the easiest slam dunk to send Conquer to every single Xbox World.
Yeah.
Have him go in
No,
there
it's
and just
pretty
talk
easy.
so much shit. You know,
Actually, yeah, I'd fucking play that. In all honesty, fucking conquers basically it's fucking Deadpool kills
conquers
the multiverse.
conquers
but-
Xbox.
Yeah,
Conquers
conquers Xbox.
Xbox.
Fuck it.
Yeah, and he just goes in there and just you know he just steps into hell and just sees Doom Guy fucking blade off someone. He's like, holy fucking shit! It's like writes itself. Easiest shit in the world.
I'd play the fuck out of that. Let's go. Make it so.
I forget Doom Guy is now Microsoft as well.
I
Yeah.
know.
He
So
needs
I'm
to
just,
fight the game.
I'm literally just thinking of like Banjo Kazooie rolling through this and just Banjo and Kazooie having this conversation in hell.
You know what? Fuck it. Microsoft, where's our crossover shooter at this point?
Yeah, fuck off because I'm
Yeah.
still pissed about that fucking secret level shit, dude.
The Mega Man was fucking robbed. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, they were trying to do the Doom Guy Master Chief.
Yeah, they
They said
wanted to do
no.
that, and they're like, no.
Dude, give me like Flood from Hell. That'd be sick.
Apparently, did you see that full story about that? By the way,
I didn't see the
Part
whole
of it.
story. No.
Yeah.
they were like they were specifically saying Doom and Halo was like our dream crossover that we've always wanted to happen. So they spent a whole weekend perfecting the pitch to send to Microsoft, and they just said no.
I don't know what it is with Microsoft Game Studios not wanting to make money.
I don't know what it is with the
truly
games
don't.
industry not wanting to fucking make money, dude. Give me the money. Just pay me. Holy shit, just pay me.
I will direct your game and I will make you money. I assure you.
And it's so weird too, because it's not like these IPs are like hollowed ground in the sense of like Mario. Like Nintendo protects the IP with an iron fist. Like they've just kind of been willy nilly with these IPs for so long, and then like you get something legit like this that's has big money behind it. Fucking Amazon, big studio behind it. And they're like, nah, fuck you.
I mean, fuck, they couldn't even follow up Killer Instinct when that was actually fucking pop it off in the fighting game industry. And they're like, well, we'll give you support for like 5-6 years. But then it's like, okay, but like, where's the next one? There is no next one. Don't worry about it. What do you mean there's no next one?
I could see it coming back eventually. That's one of the franchises I could see coming back, but
I mean, I could have saw Banjo-Kazooie coming back, but here we
no,
are.
I don't see that ever coming back. I don't fucking trust them. Put me on the cover of a Future and Metro Boomin album. I still don't trust them. Shouts to my people. No, I don't get it. I'm like, Some of these things, and yeah, when it comes to the yeah, you think they won't pass up that or they'll pass up that crossover, but I mean they'll let Silver Halo timeline shit happen.
Right.
You know what? We got fucking Halo on fucking Paramount
The-
before we got Doom Guy crossover.
The only way I see them rationally saying no is that they just they had their own crossover in the imminent future.
Yeah, with Paramount Plus directing it.
Like, oh my god.
Unmasked Master Chief with
An unmasked Doom Guy.
What if it's a chief from the show and fighting Doom Guy? Dude, and I don't know, like
But it's a Doom Guy that is nothing but talk and loves lore dumps.
when you have the Halo show, right? And it's like I understand to one extent that the actor's like, I want people to see my face. That's why in a lot of Marvel movies now, a lot of people have no helmets because they want their face to be shown because they're acting. I understand that, but if you're signing up for fucking Halo and the main characters literally just take off their mask, that's kind of on you.
Yeah.
That's like getting
It's
mad that
fucking
you're
Master Chief. It's
that's getting,
Halo.
That's
What?
getting mad that you're like your cartoon voice actor, like your voice acting is like not showing your face. Like no, you're signed up to be a voice actor.
Right. It's like, were you not made aware here? Like, does your manager, agent, or whoever need to be fucking fired?
Like Mandalorian got through the whole season with just like the very end being out there, but it was great. Everyone still loved him.
Right.
That's a build.
Also, really didn't need Master Chief's sex life, honestly.
Yeah,
Nice
you didn't
cheeks.
need him like barren cheeks.
I hate video games sometimes, dude. And then that Yakuza show, David.
Oh yeah, that fucking. Oh!
I don't know though.
That
To be
fucking
fair,
shitty-
I don't
no,
see a
that
world.
show's-
No, I don't see a world where that would have worked out. I was very confused in that show. Like,
It could work. Here's the thing. Like, there's nothing overt about Yakuza that can't work in a live action. It just has to be handled by someone that actually has a reverence for the source material. Going into this, and this was a direct result because of what happened with Henry Cavill with The Witcher. Netflix told everyone, don't fucking go experience the source material. We don't want you touching the source material. We're just going to tell you what to make. And that's why we get the weird, dumb, insane shit they rewrite into the series that wasn't there before or completely misses the fucking point of with actual fucking Yakuza. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I kind of see the merits in it, but overall, I'm not a fan of like not hiring people that are fans of a property to write for a property, you know, and to actively be like, yeah, don't go experience this.
the way I
It's
see
What,
it,
straight up, what is the point?
Yeah,
Other than
yeah,
just
yeah.
name recognition, what is the point?
the way I see it is like if you really want to tell something that's not that, then go make a different IP and go do that.
Right.
Like we're just taking someone's IP and literally just like avoiding that for some reason.
Yeah, we're avoiding what people like about it.
Again, shout out to Sonic 3, dude. Sonic 3 just
Oh,
understood
so
it
fucking
understood the
good.
assignment, said, hey,
Fuck, I need to remember to watch that this weekend.
yeah, absolutely, dude. I want to talk about it again because actually I had a student that said that they didn't like it because they didn't like the brain rot humor. And I'm like, what brain rot humor was in that movie?
The fuck?
And I'm like, are you talking about Jim Carrey? 'Cause
I
that's
think
just Jim
brain-
Carrey.
Yeah, I think that's what it is because brain rot is like the new cringe, kind of like a
Yeah, because I was trying to
takeover.
decipher what sometimes this is with his kids. I teach English, but I'm over here trying to decipher what the fuck they're saying.
That's
but-
the new thing I've been seeing pop up. It's like a streamer thing.
Yeah, and but I'm like, I guess it's just Jim Carrey, but I'm like, that's just Jim Carrey. Like that's
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think Sonic 3 was the epitome of do what everyone likes and you'll make money. Congratulations. Never thought it'd be a very hard thing to solve, but hey, here we are.
And now we're getting Sonic 4.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Literally, like, what, 7-8 years ago, if you told me that Sonic was the most successful one all the way to Sonic 4, would never believed that shit.
Yeah, if after that very first Sonic trailer, if someone
Exactly.
told you, yeah, this would be the most successful video game adaptation ever.
There'd be sequel upon sequel, and you're gonna fucking love them even more after each other. I'd be like, yeah, okay. Insanity, but So worth it, dude.
So worth it.
Hell yeah. Anything else to talk about? We done? We wrapping?
I think that do be it.
I think
Hell
that's
yeah.
all the big ones.
Thanks for your consideration though, David. I'll go with 3 studios rather than just PS and Xbox. Then I guess Until Dawn fits that category.
Yeah, one of the you know what, the fucking squirrel from Until Dawn is one of the characters.
I forgot Until Dawn's coming to movies, right?
I forgot about that too.
Why? It's a fucking movie itself.
Exactly.
Yeah, but people don't want to play it like
just,
me.
just give me the money. Just stop doing these projects. Just give me the money. Fuck it. I'll figure out something to do with your money that'll make you more money than what's gonna happen. But just give me the money. That's fine. I'll figure
it out.
I will
Yeah.
figure it out for you. I'll figure it out as a part-time job for you too. Like I'm not even gonna like take all your time or anything. I will figure it out. I'll send it to you before I hit to work. I got a 7 o'clock email. I got you right there. I'll figure it out for you. But just give me the money. It'd be fine. Everyone's gonna win. Win, win, win. It looks like it's an interesting concept, but it's like they're just using the name.
Yeah.
And I guess the Wendigos are in it too. So I mean, it's somewhat resembling the game.
Wendigoon's in it.
Yeah. He had the gun.
Yeah. When's that Markiplier Iron Lung movie coming out?
I don't know if they have like a set date yet.
I don't think that's gonna be a good one either. I don't have faith in that one. I don't.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna anger everyone right now by saying that.
I'm hoping for good things.
I was so too. It's a cool concept, but we'll see. All right. Unless saying last second things, I think that's the podcast.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for listening to Blue Reach Podcast. David, send us out.
Remember, fuck the police.
Honestly.
Coming straight from the underground.
All right. I think that's it.
All right, we off stream?
Hell
Nope.
yeah.
It's all vice. See ya, Pepperoni. Anyone else's stream?
Yeah.
Adios.